Yeah.
Light skin keep sweating.
And 40 for the rubber, yeah.
Hey, who beat is this? Yeah, this shit inspired me, I needed this. That old man and them lies, I defeated them. You know them lies in the den, bitch, I eat with them. You know them Glocks, them 2 9s, yeah, I sleep with them. Hate in his eyes, just like got to pop the smoke off. Lot of power, many wives, I want both of y'all. Can you read between the lines, what do we have here? About to let my light shine like a chandelier. In the end, get them crowns like a souvenir. If he ain't locked in with the code, what he doing here? Don't play no games, bitch, my bro will beat you blue in here. And get you torn up, but this gon' warm up. I put my fists in the air, they gon' swarm up. I put my hand up in the air, they gon' fan out. Them devils try to do me bad, but it ain't pan out. How I planned out. Bitch, I'm women first the devil, that's why I stand out. I'm always gon' swing that sword, I never stand down. It's gon' be man down, put him in the ground, and I'm always applying pressure, nigga, hands down. And you can tell it where I'm rolling, I'm official with. And I done put the plan in motion, let me situate. I'm 45, little nigga, can't do nothing with it. If we gon' have to take it over, it gon' be nothing pretty. Hey, who is this? Yeah, this shit inspired me, I needed this. That old man and them lies, I defeated them. You know them lies in the den, bitch, I eat with them. You know them Glocks, them 2 9s, yeah, I sleep with them. Yeah, this bitch go hard cause I'm vibe with. With them niggas on my side, me they ride with it. I hear them talking, but them niggas can't be serious. Hey, they delirious, they fucking with me, period. Shorty stay low, I'ma marry her. One of a kind, I'ma cherish her. I love the way she feel, give all I can give. Hey, you know my shit for real. You gonna hold that oath, young and yeah, I'm positive. And the reason that he died, he ain't tryna live. Can't sacrifice you, know we struggle live. Hey, who beat is this? Yeah, this shit inspired me, I needed this. That old man and them lies, I defeated them. You know them lies in the den, bitch, I eat with them. You know them Glocks, them 2 9s, yeah, I sleep with them. Get it poppin' on their head, better come equipped. Glory in the distance at my fingertip. Piling up bag like a nigga about to take a trip. It won't west, nigga, what the fuck you think it is? Yeah, what you think it is? I'm 44, what was solid, what you think it is? Ain't stopping nothing, nigga, I got too much rank in here. Hey, what you think it is? Hey, who beat is this? Yeah, this shit inspired me, I needed this. That old man and them lies, I defeated them. You know them lies in the den, bitch, I eat with them. You know them Glocks, them 2 9s, yeah, I sleep with them. Yeah.
About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. Said I was gonna get it. They gon' see it, but they ain't gon' believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up till the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need, you better believe. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't free. I'm about to take them to the cliques. They gon' get started depressed. Please not start no mess. These niggas petty, and I'm not impressed. I have them holding his chest, like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to death. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at them so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm unique. Drop a line note, like a bomb motor. Prepare for the fallout. One way solid, what you talking about? Me and my nigga bout to ball out. These little nigga better bow out. Tell them rank up, tell them fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the wind, I want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, ain't hard to break. It's gonna get dark today. Like the rest of Sean chose the harder way. Nigga, way out of your league. Please believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about. Got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reasons. I'm gon' get it, know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, got revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time. You way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressful. I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool world, baby girl. I should be a soldier. You should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me. Spirit take over me, holding me high. Believe me, it's over. Look over my shoulder and I see my soldiers and they ain't no play. Keep spitting fake. He real, but I'm realer. Fucking leader, I don't feel him. Fucking God, I don't feel him. Cut his eye, I'm about to kill him. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He cross that line, he gon' regret it. Know how I rock it steady. Hope he keep it going steady. You better believe me. Certified, one west solid, it ain't hard to tell. Can't out as hard as hell. These people raise this nigga, better watch yourself. I'm getting this mail. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know why I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reasons. Now I'm gon' get it, know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Like that.
See, when I say top three, I mean I'm one West. Either you get it or you don't. Simple as that. Let me show y'all why. Let's get it.
I just float with it. Fuck what you did, I'm at your throat with it. You can learn something, take a note with it. Dedicated my life, I took an oath with it. For the blood of my brothers, we don't do no switching. I run with who I run with, ain't no clicking. Try me, do you done with no decision. Lead a scene like a Mack truck with 4 collisions. Pose everywhere, but they ain't gon' vote dissing. Coming at you live and direct, I don't do no dissing. Don't try this is practice, but it's my risk. I can freeze time, look at my wrist. Bloodline and Lion of Judah, I'm hybrid, cause I'm the go-to. Trying to reign forever, man, who chose you? Niggas thinking that they high, I say I'm cold too. Never go against the cold or it's cold blue. That's my vibe with it. I got 10% of your memory. Pay tithes with it. Keep a piece of your apple so I don't FaceTime with it. If we fall out, I don't burn bridges, I bomb bridges. Can't deny the truth for greatness, fall in line with it. Can't beat us, join us. One West where you find niggas. Rap what I rap about, don't confuse my squad, nigga. The difference is we know you hope that guy with you. Enjoy the fruits of my labor with a banana clip, my mind different. You would think that Bitcoin fell the way these stockpiling. Green beans with supersonic rays, I am not island. Be a high head, get a heat seeker, so stop wildin'. Big dog to you little pups, so stop growling. I'm my only competition, there is no challenge. I do this in my sleep, man, I am not lying. Different breed, pick or choose, I can switch the lead. Ain't no up in the score, cause we ain't switching leads. Watch who you call your dog or you be picking fleas. Or get a drum roll like a 2-piece in a biscuit, please. You ain't got enough stripes just to sit with me. On top of the food chain, you can't get with me. Coded to the common cold, you ain't as sick as me. Moses to your wave, got a stab that can split your seed. I make everything hot. I took a bar off, all I did was breathe. Championship games, I treat them as practice. Look at niggas' career high like, yeah, that's what I average. But do this with my eyes closed and walking backwards. See, I call them trophies, but you know them as caskets. Everybody energy change up when it's static. T.I. with the fittest, too many ways niggas cap it. We taking new soldiers every day, put your app in. Taking new soldiers every day, put your app in.
Okay, that's enough, man. That's enough, man. We done.
You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long and it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite. Crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies' death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Try to tell me I can't win, all because of the skin I'm in. But then I look in the mirror again, and then we realize we better than them, we better than them.
They divided and they conquered my kin, but separated by the pigmentation of our skin. It's just that white supremacy agenda again. They want your mind in gold, cutting sugar cane, turning cotton gins. We left the plantation, then they pushed us into tenements. Police patrolling, hunting all my people like we're venison. The government's the criminals, they the real terrorists. Moving more coke than a Cuban watching pelicans. Selling all the dope, trying to kill us with the medicine. You a slave if you think that we're American. America was great before the Pilgrims had a settlement. Trump gets in office, blacks uniting with the Mexicans. Black, Hispanic, Haitians, Jamaicans, we all relatives. Trauma family, yo, we sleeping with the excavates. You niggas ain't pro-black, you just pro-melanin. If you ain't putting work in for our people, you irrelevant. The white man is the devil, our history is evidence. Coons say I'm racist, by definition I'm prejudiced. Got a right to be hesitant, ask the African Methodists. We the endangered species, they rather protect the elephants. We the sons of God like a seraphim. God chose a people from the Old and New Testament. Black power, Kwam Yasha Allah, black excellence. We your new rulers, bow down to your eminence.
They try to tell me I can't win, all because of the skin I'm in. But then I look in the mirror again, and then we realize we better than them. We better than them.
They try to make you think rich. Why? To make your whole life a big risk. So what you do? Commit a crime, get locked up, come home, can't get a job. Man, that shit just make you think bricks. They trapping you. Ain't no way out of this poverty. Fuck being the prodigy, cause the world say you ain't shit. And then they give you religion. As soon as all that fails, they like to make you feel it ain't this, it's you. So what you do, you just can't get it right. Yeah, they like to say the truth hurts, but watch me take a life. And they like to keep you in darkness so you can't get the Christ. Not knowing like Jacob's sons, he is real light. Get it? So it's left to do, you get your mask. Gotta make a way cause your kid's crying, your chick is mad. Every day you working 9 to 5 and still living bad. So you hit your stash, wait to the first, and hope that you can make it last. Got me feeling like what I'm working for. All these open cases, cause round here they don't open doors. Bottle with Jack Daniels, how you feeling the earth is yours. So I'm sitting talking to the bottle like we can go for worlds. Even through the tears, sweating when I'm bleeding, I gotta stand up to these heathens. They ask me how I stay so sharp, I tell them, fool, I'm seasoned. And you just food that season, nigga, it's feast time.
They try to tell me I can't win, all because of the skin I'm in. But then I look in the mirror again, and then we realize we better than them. We better than them.
I don't take losing as an option. I just keep pursuing, sticking, moving like I'm boxing. Niggas sell they soul for a chain and a couple watches. Me, I got the key to your freedom, just like a locksmith's. Hard being black in the country that hate your melanin. Never having funding for schools that we be failing in. Rather have a business, but selling crack is more prevalent. But our bloodline on the power that they would never get. But you rather sever it, laying with another race. Say you love your own, but at home it's like another case. Then you try to bleach your skin. We want another face, like we took 10 steps back and then we're running place. What I'm trying to say is no progress. We've been shedding tears so long and we don't cry less. All they lies so hard to swallow and they don't digest. They're trying to terminate my own people like they on Skynet. Maybe all the answers is something that we ain't tried yet. Knowing that we kings but our palace is in the projects. Wishing for a rollie but on your wrist is a Timex. We started with Ebonics and turned it into a dialect. That's why I use my skin as a badge. I know where I'm at. See me, you know Black Lives Matter. You see bravery. See me overcome over 400 years of slavery. Systematically sabotaged by every agency. Guess it's all because of my skin. That's why they hate me.
I fuck it up, get it together, then I fuck it again. Then get it back, it always seemed to be that struggle within. And the story called life got me hugging the pen. As I write, I hate the way my brother's stuck in the pen. And I go hard with the balls, barbarian. Jotting down these balls in the bar, be killing them barbarian. Drop it lightweight, make them break cause they all Terrian. You wanna talk shooters, my warriors called carrying paper like librarians. Set with the crew, and everybody in my squad is way better than you. I fuck the game up, I show them how a veteran do. Give it praise cause of my ways and I'm setting them too. Listen.
They try to tell me I can't win, all because of the skin I'm in. But then I look in the mirror again, and then we realize we better than them. We better than them. They try to tell me I can't win, all because of the skin I'm in. But then I look in the mirror again, and then we realize we better than them. We better than them.
How was that one?
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my accidents. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he's thieving? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a
Live. We're live. All right, everybody, clap it up. Hey, Tawada for joining us, everybody. Once again, welcome to the latest podcast where we bring you the latest news that's affecting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all over the world from all four corners of the earth. It don't matter where you're at. You know what I mean? We're all suffering the same conditions. We're all under the same oppression. You know what I'm saying? And on the latest, we let you see it live and in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm your man with the 100 hands, Precinct Officer 1000 Mayad. And thank you. And I got my, you know what I mean, to borrow from Commander General Yohana, I got my heavy hitting crew with me, you know what I'm saying? On to my right here, I got Precinct Officer 1000 Kazawan. You know what I mean? On my left right here, I got Precinct Officer 1000 Aramawan. And like I said before, y'all, you're not seeing double. I know you drinking all that strong last night. You know what I mean? People in the world, I know you might have been doing some, you know what I mean, unlawful things, you know what I'm saying, last night. You're not seeing double. These brothers are the mighty Twin Towers, you know what I'm saying?
It's the water, sir.
Yeah. Then I got my mans over here, Precinct Officer 500 Ashahir. And on the ones and twos, one of the greatest engineers in Israel, coming up strong in this mug, man. Precinct Officer of 50. Raj Karab, give him a hand. And also, this is a special edition of the latest for all of y'all who join us and, you know what I mean, supporting us and the viewership. We got something real special. This international edition. Hey, that's right. The latest and going worldwide on you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we got a special guest, you know what I'm saying, call him all the way from the UK. That's right. It's niggas in the UK. You know what I mean? Special guest joining us all the way from the UK. Priest and officer of 500, Raul Bond. You know what I mean? If you wouldn't mind, Priest, this is Priest and officer Raul Bond from the UK. Bun Yum Yum Bun Yasharala. You know what I'm saying? If you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself, mighty man.
Khan, I'm officer of 500 Raul Bond of the ISUPK. You know, under the UK school is under captain of 10,000 Parashia. We've been knocking down Birmingham, knocking down London. We're about to have we're gonna take over the whole UK, man. We're gonna take over Birmingham, London, Manchester, where I'm from. We're about to take this over, man.
Damn right. See, for you cats out there to think, oh, the UPK, when y'all talking about that group in New York, you know what I'm saying? That them cats in New York and Chicago and DC, you know what I mean? You got to realize that we are worldwide. The ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana is across the entire world. You know what I'm saying? Spreading the truth as Yahweh Shah said that it would to the four corners of the earth. Let's go over a little bit more. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. All right, Salaki, we got a little bit of technical difficulty with the camera. We're trying to get it right. Let me know when it's straight. Good. All right, bet. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? It's a lot that goes into a podcast. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what we doing this evening, you know what I'm saying? What we doing this morning, Salakia, start your day off. You know what I'm saying? We got the brother here from the UK, and we're going to show you that wherever we are in the world, the curses follow us. You know what I'm saying? We are going through the exact same conditions all across this planet. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about the transatlantic slave trade. Y'all forget our brothers got dropped off in the UK too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just drop everybody off in America and Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, our brothers in the UK were kidnapped from, you know what I'm saying, off the west coast of Africa once they went into Negro land and started snatching us all up. You know what I'm saying? And were dropped off at the UK. And what a lot of y'all don't know, King James was black, so it was brothers already in the UK. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when that kingdom fell and that Edomite so-called queen rose up and started ruling over the UK and Europe and London and Scotland and all that, like King James's territory, they enslaved our brothers.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? So,
if I may, just to add to what the brother's saying, you know, it took a lot for, you know, since 1969, there's been brothers who's been training to let the dog off the leash, man. For brothers to be able to bark loud and teach their people that we are all in the same condition. If it wasn't for the ISUPK since 1969, blacks and Hispanics will still be fighting against each other.
That's right.
You understand? We will still be thinking that the brothers in the UK is not our brothers when they in the same condition. You go to Manchester, you go to all these different cities in Europe, and you will see that our brothers is in the same condition that we in, and that is why it's so heavy that this brother, you know, sacrifice his time to come on this podcast to give his side of the story. Right. Because if he don't, then you will think that America is the only place where blacks and Hispanics is being crucified when our brothers over there is getting the same treatment.
Damn right. If I could, Rob Bond, I want to make sure that I want to see if it's a delay. If you could, can you hear us loud and clear?
I want content, loud and clear.
Hey, look at that. Look how the Lord work. Ain't no delay. You know what I mean? So you getting our brother here real time. You know what I mean? If you could, you know what I mean? Give our viewers, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of history, a little taste of, you know what I mean, a little bit about yourself and what you've gone through out there in the so-called United Kingdom, the cousin of the granddaddy of the United States. You know what I mean?
Hey, a bit of backstory about myself. So, I mean, just in the UK in general, we have a lot of like knife crime in places like Birmingham. Birmingham has a real bad reputation for knife crime. That's where the school is currently. In London, even Manchester used to be called Gunchester because somehow niggas in Manchester got guns.
Damn.
So a lot of gang violence, a lot of just a lot of pain, a lot of death. Me myself, my dad came from Jamaica to Manchester, and the way he raised us up, he tried his best to keep us out of that life. So that, you know, most high in Christ, I didn't suffer that lifestyle, but I definitely understand, you know, the life that many of my brothers go through, that dealing with that knife crime. That is, I mean, you know, she ain't sweet as much as Americans think. You know, Britain's just tea and crumpets. She definitely ain't sweet.
Hey, and Shalagi, you said, and hey, yo, I've never heard that. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Chirac sounded gangster. You know what I mean? They call it Gunchester. Hey, what?
And Shalagi, if I may, of course, I work. So the company I work for, the owner owns the stadium out there, the Manchester Stadium out there. It's a soccer stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, so the owner of my company, he owns that stadium, and I would think that was a nice area. I would think it is this is a billionaire who started up, you know, and built up got a stadium together. I would think it would be in a nice area, but now I realize that there's really no areas that's good in any big city that they will put any type of sports stadium, anything. Like even in Chicago, 35th Street. You got the Sox. Once was Comiskey Park. What is it now? I don't know what it's called now. U.S. Cellular guaranteed rate. But it was once upon a time. If you go around there, you almost had to risk your life to even go to the Sox game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. When I was born and raised in Mississippi. You know what I mean? In my childhood, when I first moved to Chicago, I was a little kid, and my parents like, we're going to a Bulls game. You know what I mean? I bet. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got onto that stadium. I was looking around like, what the hell? There was so many potholes in the street, potholes in the parking lot. And I'm talking about the old Bulls Stadium in the hood. You know what I mean? They done fixed that area up around the stadium. But back in the day, man, you might get shot in the parking lot going to a Bulls game. After the game, you better hurry up and get to your car because you were definitely gonna get robbed.
Right.
You know, or you might come out with your car on milk crates or bricks or something. You know what I mean? Because they stole the tires off that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Salagi, if I may, just real quick, I just want to kind of elaborate on something he was bringing out earlier. Like these brothers out here killing niggas with knives. Like it's hardcore to go. I mean, it's easy to go like shoot somebody because you can do it from a distance. You ain't gotta be controversial with it. You could hide behind the wall if you want to, but to be a place or a country where knives are the number one use of a weapon, mean it's a bunch of hardcore motherfuckers.
That's true.
I don't know. Can I say motherfuckers?
I mean, not like Sam L, but
it got to be some hard. It got to be some hard brothers out there to be killing. I mean, you got to be up close and personal. Them some intimate killings. Them ain't no coward killings. You know what I'm saying? That's going on out there. Them some hardcore brothers that's being killed or that's doing the killing out there. It's a lot.
Right, sir. They out there like Blade for real. For real. They didn't put the guns down and picked up a machete. Good night.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's the legacy of Bun Yum Yum, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Hey, look, one thing growing up black in America, you realize that we said Jamaicans for everybody, but we in Israel, we know as Bun Yum Yum, the tribe of Benjamin. Benjamin will cut you. And Rabban, feel free to hop in anytime you want, priest. You know what I'm saying? We do this, you know what I'm saying? Popcorn style. You know, we don't talk over each other because still UPK, we keep it decent in order. But hey, anytime you want to jump in, you can hop in.
So hey, Connor, I was gonna say like with the knives, like it just goes to show, there's a lot of violence everywhere,
right?
But how the UK is so desensitized to violence, where you really gotta get up close. Like it's such hatred and like there's brothers that will get killed. It's the same everywhere, but you'll really get killed for just being from the wrong postcode. If you're in Birmingham, you ain't B certain. If you're M16. Or your M32, you'll get killed over the numbers, man. Over these numbers. Meanwhile, we're the same people. But
and that just go to show, you know what I mean? The terminology may be different, you know what I'm saying? Our vernacular may be a little bit different, but we suffer the same things everywhere. Like you said, if you're M16 and the brother is M34.
Yeah.
You said what? Say again?
Like M32 or say is in Birmingham like B32 or B18, something like that.
Right. So if you B32 or B18, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like if you were a grape street Crip, you know what I mean, or such and such blood, you know what I mean? How like O Block is at war, right? You know what I'm saying? Right, like O Block in 63rd. I'm from 63rd. I'm from, you know what I'm saying, O Block. Guess what? O Block is right off 63rd Street.
Right.
You know what I mean? These brothers live block 600 and O Block fighting with each other. 600 is 60th Street.
Yep.
O Block is further down on 600 is pretty much on 60th in Cottage Grove.
Yep.
O Block is on like 64th in Cottage Grove. And these brothers are warring with each other, killing each other. Same thing our brothers are doing in the UK. Right. You know what I'm saying? And unlike some of these fake Israelite groups, we don't have to go into Africa and India to get the East Indians and was there Pakistan or some crap and Palestine.
India.
Yeah, in India. We ain't got look, we know where our people at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can look at our people and look at the curses and identify each other all across the goddamn world without having to pull in heathens because you're a greedy bastard that want their money. You know what I mean?
So like what you're saying is so heavy because ain't that what Oprah did? Ain't that what Jay-Z and Beyonce did? Like they wanted to go to Africa and save Africans when the battle is right here at home.
Damn right.
Like
That's
you fighting the battle. You fighting the battle in somewhere else when you ain't even got your home straight yet.
Hey, and also if I could, that's what IUIC is doing. When
Damn
you
right.
see them purple pigs, they going over into India and Pakistan and Nigeria and Ghana, talking about they raising up the lost tribes. Man, all y'all doing is your leader is chasing after their money and probably trying to find him a couple of boys to touch on. So
Damn right.
Yeah,
Damn right. No.
All right, but with that, let's get in. Let's start doing what we do on the latest. Let's roll into these stories.
All right, Carl. First up on the latest podcast from the UK, youth chased schoolboy 16 with a large machete outside East London school before stabbing him to death.
Hey, Rob, you want to touch on that one?
Hey, Connor.
Before you do though, so you mean to tell me that this brother was running from a man with a whole machete in his hand coming from school?
Yeah, he was leaving his school, and someone was chasing him, caught him, stabbed him with a machete.
Good night. Go ahead, Salakia.
You want to read some of that article real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Carl. A youth has appeared in court accused of fatally stabbing a schoolboy with a machete in front of fellow pupils. Renell Charles, 16, a pupil at Kelmscott School in Hollandstyle, East London, was killed last Friday afternoon in what police describe as a brutal attack.
Good night.
Somebody, what was that at?
It was in East London, sir.
Yeah, in East London.
Good night. So, so they chased this young brother. So another brother chased this young boy down with a machete, and they say stabbed him to death, but you don't really stab somebody with a machete,
right?
You know what I mean? So that he basically hacked his brother up in front of other students. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happens here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Every school year you get brothers that are shot down. Like I said, the UK, they got knife violence. You know what I mean? In Chicago, we got gun violence. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Our people murdering our people. You know what I'm saying? So the brothers in Chicago get chased down and gunned down all the time by each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And brothers in East London apparently get chased down and hacked, and stabbed or hacked to pieces. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a tragedy that these things happen, but we know why they happen. You know what I'm saying? That is a byproduct of poverty and oppression. That is a byproduct of not having opportunities, growing up in hopelessness, growing up with your parents on drugs or being brutal alcoholics, you know what I mean? And growing up with parents that had no hope. You know what I mean? Our people suffer these things all over the world. You know what I mean? Rob Bond, what's the drug culture out like out there as far as like drug dealing? Is it a lot of drug dealing and everything going on in the UK?
Can't say it's definitely a lot of drug dealings. I mean, weed. I mean, you can really get anything. It's a lot of drug dealing going on. So that's kind of how people get by.
Wow, man. And what's the main drug that's of choice out there? What's the thing that's making young cats out of the hood rich in the UK on the drug scene?
I think the main drug out here would more likely be weed, especially with black people. More time is weed.
You said weed?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah,
nice.
kind of. Yeah.
If I may, sir, that's one of the main drugs with us too. When it comes to Judah out here, is weed. You know, the oppressors, the ones who gotta fully take their brain off the world. So they do the meth, they do the strong drugs. But the brothers out here, we're killing each other over weed. And when I say it, I mean like we dealing it to each other and causing schisms between black on blacks. And we also, you know what I'm saying, we smoking it and we're getting the witchcraft behind it. And it's mentally destroying us too as well. So I get it. And I'm pretty sure it's happening the same way out there, if I'm not mistaken, Robert Bond.
Can't. It's lucky if I could. You know,
Go ahead.
Back in the day, like Jamaicans, we're prideful. Like Jamaicans especially, all the Caribbean, we're prideful. So like even, you know, we came to the UK, we see all the oppressors, they do all types of drugs, cocaine, ecstasy, all that. Damn near every drug under the sun. But we used to have like a bit of pride, and we just say, okay, we smoke weed, but that's all we do. You know, we don't do cocaine like them, you know, like them people. But these day and age, you know, we just following more and more of this oppressors. Now you'll see a black man doing cocaine. You'll see a black man doing all types of drugs, man, ecstasy and just damn near everything. There's really no, you know, we don't have any separation from them anymore. You know, we used to at least have that.
Damn right.
Right. And are you familiar with this story with the young boy getting murdered in East London?
So he was chased. Now they didn't release who the perpetrator was due to legal reasons. He was chased as he was leaving his school. He was stabbed multiple times. They call it brutal. It was a brutal attack. Stabbed multiple fatal wounds to the chest and to the back. And the brother passed. And what was crazy about the story, I mean, you hear this story every day. I mean, every day a young brother's dying, whether it be by the hand of the police, by the hand of other brothers, or by the hands of our oppressors. Like, for example, there was a story in Birmingham where a young brother, I believe he was 14 years old. It's called Dejon Reed. He was chased by around four of oppressors, and he was stabbed in the heart, stabbed to death. Now, those oppressors, they went to court, and they instead of being charged for murder, they got charged for manslaughter. After they chased this young boy down and stabbed him in the heart.
Good night.
We received
Salaki, if I may, priest. Hey, so let me ask you something. How we talked about the gang violence that they have out there and drugs or whatever. How is the youth affected as far as, you know, being incorporated into the gangs, you know, being involved? Like, what ages are they, like, out here? 11, 12, 13 years old, you start seeing you know, our young or, you know, below young teenagers starting to be involved in gangs. What are the age groups that the brothers out there are starting to become in gangs or selling drugs or murdering and doing all of the, you know, vile things, you know, that our oppressor does or taught us?
I mean, Carl, it's done the same thing out here. You know, you'll see brothers real young, like children. Like even one of my cousins, he got into a fight with another brother and he got stabbed. He got stabbed in hospitals with stitches. He was like 13, it's like 12, 13.
Dang.
It's done there the same thing, man. Because really, our people, the reason we join gangs is you're either looking for a community or you're looking for some sort of protection. You either want to be part of something or hide from something. There's so much, there's so much death out there for us. So we're really just trying to find some safety. But unfortunately, the safety that we find, it involves, killing our own brother.
Good night.
Salami, if I may, that's so heavy what you just brought out. And he said something that was so heavy. He said, are we looking for community? Are we looking for protection? And that's the one thing that Israel as a whole we've never been able, to attain due to the punishment that, that of course the Most High has given us due to us not following law, statutes, and commandments, but also due to our oppressors. Our oppressors have not allowed us. They either gonna give us community or they're gonna give us leadership. But the leadership that they're gonna give us always have to go through them, which means in order to be able to thrive as a leader, a black leader in any even in the UK, in America, in order to thrive as a black leader, you have to have the white man as your daddy. He has to be your daddy.
Right.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? It's only person that I ever seen in my whole life growing up that didn't need the white man as his daddy was Commander General.
Damn right.
And in order for us to actually make it out of our great oppression that we in, like America had a great depression, but us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we have a great oppression. And the only way we're going to get out of this great oppression is first and foremost come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. But it has to be in one body. It can't be 5 different Israelite groups. It can't be 10. You hear us say that we ain't going with the Purple Pigs. We ain't going with Sakari, none of these other groups. We're not gonna go with them. Why do we say that? Because we stand strong on with the 7 heads. The truth that Commander General Yohana got years and years ago, we standing on the same thing. We don't change. We change it not. Just like the Most High, we are just like our Father.
I'm right.
And in order for us to come together, we have to follow Commander General Yohana, and this is how we're gonna come back together.
That's right. Right. And we are going to come together everywhere that we are on the face of the earth, from America to the UK to Great Britain. It don't matter where we at. It don't matter where our people are at. We are going to bring it all together, Israel. You know what I mean? That's right. Any more on that story about the young boys, or is that it?
So, lucky if I could.
Go right ahead.
That video lined up.
Great call, sir.
Oh, damn. We got a special video from the UK. Let's go.
This is on the story of that young boy. So prior to him being stabbed to death, he took part in a youth project. It was like 8 months prior. And he was talking about how, the young black boys were dying, man. And he like, if you watch the video, you could see in his heart, he really didn't want to be in that life. But as we said, he felt like he had to be for either protection or for some sort of community. But that life got to him. But it's really damn near the only path that's presented to us. It's the only thing that's presented to us, man. We suffer all this oppression, and what can we really do? What can we can't fight against this. Anytime we try and do anything against the oppressor, they make an example out of us. We get damn near crucified. But when we kill another brother, it's just another day. So the suffering that we go through is like we gotta take it out on somebody, and the only people they allow us to take it out on is ourselves. So that's why there's violence against each other. And the Christian church, it's like go ahead. And I was just gonna say with the Christian church, and the Christian church, they teach you to love your neighbor, but they tell you that your neighbor is that damn oppressor. They teach you to love them, but they don't read, even where that scripture is found, they don't read the verse, the part that's just before it. If we could Raj, if you could play the video of Brother Kishar, and then I want to pull the scripture if I could.
Come on, sir.
No, honestly, let me tell you how we found this Smaller Boy session. Don't say what you think I want to hang out. I just want to hear the truth.
The video.
Be real, it was needed because right now, especially in this time, this generation, it's not really the best generation. Let's be real. People are dying out there.
Rob, you seen that video?
It says click to exit full screen.
Oh, so I can pause. Yeah, it went out. All right.
We're gonna try to.
One moment, we trying.
Let me tell you how you found the Smiling Boy session. Don't say what you think.
No,
There we go.
Yeah. You know what? Be real, it was needed because right now, especially in this time, this generation, it's not really the best generation. Let's be real. People are dying out there. Unnecessary people are getting hurt. Civilians being hurt, innocent people being killed, and just young black boys just like me and the other black boys in the program, they all need a chance, like we deserve a chance to show that not all black boys are just those tough, hard gangsters. No matter what they've been through, we've always got a smile on our face, no matter the situation.
Okay. That's amazing, man. What would you say you learned about yourself since you've been doing these sessions?
Just learn to open up more, just not how I have like hold everything in. It's like it's okay to like get mad at situations. It's okay to be upset. Like if you want to cry, like it's not being a boss. You can just be tough and just let your emotions go at the same time.
That's really great. What would you say you've enjoyed the most about these sessions?
You know what? It's like seeing and hearing there's like other black boys just like me. They're going through the same things, and we still all manage to put a smile on our face and just make our moms proud, make our families proud, make our parents proud, make some of our teachers proud, and just do what we want to do and just trying to make the best out of every situation possible.
That's incredible. What would you say you're going to take from these sessions now and use in your life after today? Another session coming to an end.
Another session coming to the end of doing the take from it. Just learn to just open up more, just not have everything in there, build up to the point where I end up there something sitting on the roads, and that situation could end up kicking off even more because of a situation I've held in long instead of talking to one of my brothers about it.
And the fact there was only black boys in the room, was that positive? Was it
positive? Because we deserve a chance, and we've been through way too much for us to just not deserve a chance. Like every child should have a chance. They deserve a chance to be recognized and be heard and seen. You get it?
That's incredible.
If I could stop it right there real quick. Salakia. That's just so heavy what the brother saying. The brother crying out for help. He said, we us as black people or us as dark skinned people need a chance. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like the same way this brother is crying out for help, and he's crying out for help. Now here's the issue: we've been crying out for help for so long. At one point in time, we got to understand something. Help is not going to come.
Right.
It's not going to come. But it's like a, you keep getting beat down, and every time you ask for help, you'll never see it. So guess what you got to do? Now you got to be the one that's fight. And the only way you can fight is coming to the ISUPK. Like you can't continue to bow down and allow yourself to get beat up. Like it's a lot of brothers that say I'm a leader. I'm a leader in my community. I'm the man in my community. Just because they sell the most drugs, right? Because they make the most money, or they pastors and they millionaires because they pastors. They feel like they leaders. But it don't make them a leader because they're not saving souls. The only soul they save is their own. They care about themselves.
And if I could, my bad. What Rob Bond said, earlier is so heavy because he's in the UK. We here in America, you know what I'm saying? We in Chicago up here in America. And we both, because we in the truth and we're trying to uplift our people and do something for our people, we see the problem. We see that the leadership has failed our people. We see the Christian church. It don't matter if the Christian church is on the south side of Chicago or over deep in Gunchester or in East London. The Christian church has to go, period. That Christianity is killing our people quicker than any drug. It's brainwashing our people quicker than any MK Ultra program the government can ever come up with. Right. You know what I'm saying? That brother right there, that video is sad because that brother was actually joined the program to try to change his life, and actually spoke very well, you know what I'm saying, about the conditions that they suffer in the UK. You know what I'm saying? And then here it is weeks later. You know what I'm saying? He's stabbed and murdered brutally coming out of school. Just like brothers are gunned down walking out of their school here. But the Christian pastor would say, hey, forgive them. You know what I mean? The Christian pastor is probably a drug dealer in the church over there in UK that puts 10% in the collection plate, and the pastor calls him a good man and tells you to pray for him while he's destroying the community, just like they do here in Chicago. but let you walk up in there with your boots, your beards, your braids, you know what I'm saying, speaking the real truth, and they'll call you a demon. They'll say you the problem. You know what I'm saying? They'll kick you out of the church and tell the congregation, they'll tell the ushers to get you out the church and damn near bash your head in. Well, they'll bash your head in if you IUIC. Them big hats gonna hurt you.
Or they say you're a gangster and a thug.
You're a gangster and a right. and the whole time, the real damn gang, the one that's actually trying to be a gangster, the real one that wants to be a thug is sitting there in the pew with his good Sunday's best song, agreeing with the pastor about you.
Looking feminine.
You know what I'm saying?
If I could, so
go ahead.
Is that the brother that got really?
Yeah, that brother in that video is the same brother who we're reading about in this article that somebody chased down and murdered with a machete and murdered.
And if I may, that's what I was gonna say. Like if you this brother was genuine and sincere and you know, it looked like he had some mannerism. Looked like he was he had some type of etiquette in this video. Like I can't see any reason why anybody wanted to chase him down and hack him up with a machete. I couldn't see it. Like maybe it was something outside of what the video, but you could tell a brother's spirit. And I'm pretty sure all the brothers that's in here that watch that video can tell his spirit. He does not look like a brother who deserves to get hacked down by a machete. So what is the other reason he would get hacked down? If you're not a gangbanger, then what? Because there's only two reasons that you get killed in this world. That's if you're a black man that's a gangster, or if you're a black man that's raising your people up. And what they saw was that was a brother who was trying to raise his people up. Obviously, from that video, he was showing you that, look, I'm trying to make black people better, and he got killed for it.
It's like that's so heavy what he bringing out, and that's the reason why I had him stop the video right there for two reasons. One of them was there was a heavy point that I wanted to bring out. Another reason was my sinuses started kicking in behind my glasses. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You always got to throw a loophole.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I hear stories like that, I think about I have a son that's getting of age. I have a son that's getting to the point that he's gonna be a teenager, and I might raise him the way of the way UPK raised, but the oppressor runs this world. And I gotta figure out if I raise my son the right way and he do what he's supposed to do and he get hacked, I'm gonna need hella counsel.
Oh yeah,
we gonna need hella counsel. But I know me mentally that's gonna be the biggest demon I ever have to fight, because I might be the first officer that's gonna raise. I ain't gonna say the first, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need counsel. I'm gonna put it right there because I don't want to get checked later.
Right.
Wise choice.
I'm gonna need counsel.
Wise choice.
Right. And Rob Bond, if you could, that program that brother was a part of, what type of social program was that?
So it was like a program that they did a program with young black boys. It was like in the school. Just kind of talking about, getting them to like talk about what they face, what they getting them to like do kind of youth activities. Like really, it's showing black boys that like at that age you're still a child. You're supposed to be like enjoying like being a child, but in the culture that they're in, they're not allowed to be children. They're not allowed to live as children. They have to be hard-bodied. They have to be adults. They have to be, they have to be the type of people that will chop another brother up. That's what they have to be. Really, like as you can see, that young brother, he was really just trying to be a young man. Like he was just trying to live as a young man. But he understood, like even how he said, like civilians are dying. Like to even use that word civilians, it shows you that to him, he understands there's a difference between how young black men have to be and civilians, quote unquote civilians. It's like we have to be damn, we're at war.
Yeah, that's right. Damn right. Hey,
if I may.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say another angle to hit on in that situation with this young brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a prime example of of our youth not having the correct examples and our youth not having the correct leadership.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So You know, shout out to Officer Ramawan. He raising his son up in this truth.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And this brother, imagine if he had a father that was in this truth and know how to can break down to his son how to, you know, handle yourself in a certain conduct, or he could have avoided a situation or being chased down by a predator. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important about what we doing here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, because we avoid situations and we know how to handle ourselves as men, even as young men. We got men that's 18, 19, 20 in here, and it don't matter your age. You know what I'm saying? It matters the wisdom that you have in this earth, man. You understand? So that's all I'll say.
Hey, and if I could, what's the average age in the UK where brothers like are considered an adult, or like, you know, have to get out there and start maturing and taking care of themselves? Like, you know, like you said, out here, well, it can be any age, but an average age out here, I would say in Chicago would be like 12 or 13. You know, 13 years old, they actually start gang banging, selling drugs out there in the street, living a grown life well before their time. Like you said, they don't have a childhood; they start living like grown men. You know, what would be the average age out there?
I would say more time is probably around 14 to about 16. But again, it's really any age, especially depending on what kind of area you're in. If you're in like a really bad area, I mean, you're down there, you just in the life. Like if you have older brothers that are in the life, you just in it from you were down there born. I mean, it's really no age, but it's all right. You can go ahead join the gang. It's like you just find the life finds you. You know?
Yeah, damn right. And like I said, that's just further proof that it don't matter where we are. You know, the scriptures come alive every time. You know what I'm saying? Like it says that the curses are going to chase our people. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we at in the world, there is no escaping. I talk to people all the time. You know what? I'm tired of America. I want to move to London. You know, I think my mom even said that back in the days. You know, because back in, you know, like in the 50s, 60s, you know, 70s, you had a lot of black activists and actors and entertainers that moved overseas. You know what I mean? Like a Tina Turner went over there, Eartha Kitt, and all these, you know, people like that. You know, a lot of the musicians went over there, and they talk about how they got treated so much better when they were overseas. Well, that's because you're going overseas as a goddamn star. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a star, if you not someone that got hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account or entertain our oppressors, go ahead and move to London. Go ahead and move to Manchester, thinking that you're going to move to Gunchester and not know why it's called Gunchester till you get there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to move to East London and end up getting stabbed. You know what I mean? If you black, because they going to see you and you black just like them. And that curse of brother against brother is everywhere in the world that we at. You know what I mean? And that video is, you know, it does bring a tear to your eye. You know what I mean? That young brother obviously was in the street life and was getting out. And oftentimes that's what happens. You know, that's why it's important to teach children that that's not a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a death style. I know the music and the TV glorifies it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, none of our people are getting rich. Majority of our people get in that style and die or get hooked on drugs and become dope fiends. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, it's so important. And it's even more, shows the more importance of having a father inside of your household. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason that black families need fathers. You know what I'm saying? Kids need both parents. You know what I mean? And we need better leadership. That's why the UPK does what it does. That's why the UPK is so goddamn important. Even in the UK, them brothers out there in the UK have a heavy mission, and you brothers get much respect, you know what I'm saying, and much love from your brothers here in the States, you know what I'm saying, because hell, y'all mighty warriors out there, y'all got a whole continent to lift up, right? You know what I mean? And it's beginning with you brothers right there, man, and you get much love and much support and much respect from your brothers over here. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. And if I could too, You had something, bro?
Go ahead, Robon.
Oh, la.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say another something to look at with something like this. It's just, you know, we got all type of atrocities happening in America, and you see things like this happening in the UK and in London. And this one thing we got to realize as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we got the same devil of an oppressor over us all over this earth. Like the scriptures say, when the righteous rule, the people will rejoice. But when these, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but when the oppressors is in charge, like people are going to be mourning, man. You know what I'm saying? This brother's family is mourning right now, man. You understand? We mourning for this brother. You understand?
Right.
And it's happening because of who's in charge of the world today. You understand? When Blacks and Hispanics rule this world under our King Yahweh Shai, you won't see things like this. You understand? You're going to see a righteous rulership. You understand? So I'll leave it at that.
Hey,
So like, I just want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, and because I know we got to move on. I do want to say one thing though, Commander.
No, we were just saying one body. We was just talking about that. You was like, yo, we gonna move on. Like we trying to be off the mic talking about it. You like, yo, we finna move forward. Yeah, right.
So like, I do want to end it with, and if I may end it with this.
Go ahead.
And you know, this is so heavy. But big the water, the Commander Junior Hana, for not just caring about his own tribe. He took all 12 tribes from all different areas of the world. He said, I'm not just gonna worry about what's going on in Philly. I'm not just gonna worry about what's going on in New York or on the East Coast. I want my brothers and sisters to grow in this truth everywhere. And Commander Junior Yohana did that. He took what the Lord gave him and he brought it to every single state and every single country. And now we're able to come together and gather together like Zephaniah 2:1 told us to do.
And right now, also, I just want to say we are gonna move on, but it segues perfectly into the next one. You know what I mean? Just keep in mind, like what Kazawan said earlier. It don't matter where we at in the world. The problem that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have is that we got the same oppressor over us. It don't matter if you in the UK, you're a UK cracker. If you in America, you an American cracker. If you in South America, you a South American cracker. Okay? And cracker meaning whip cracker. All y'all crack them whips on our ancestors' back. I don't care what your accent is. Guess what? A whip don't have an accent. Okay? A whip don't go, flow bloke. You know what I'm saying? It make the same sound universally. You know what I'm saying? Oppression is the same sound universally. Suffering of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is the same sound universally and produces the same results. You know what I mean? Now, if you could we get that what was it, the Tory member? You know what I mean? I ain't even know. Hey, Rob Bond put me up on game. I didn't know what Tory was. I thought Tory was a white girl. You know, with blonde hair or something, you know what I mean? That was kind of bubbly. But hey, this Tory member who is the I'll let Rob Bond. What is a Tory member?
Khan, so the Tory is what they call the Conservative Party in the UK. So you have the Tories and the Labour Party. So the Labour Party is basically how y'all would like be Democrats. Those are the main two parties. There's another one like the Green Party, which is like they claim to be in between. Just a bunch of different parties. The Tories are the more conservative ones. The more you get like the Republicans are more outwardly racist. The Tories would be more outwardly racist, whereas the Republicans or the Labour Party in the UK they'd be more covert.
Oh, okay. So Tories are the UK Republicans, and the Labour Party is the UK Democrats.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. I got I kind of figured that from from the video. It was some real Donald Trump, George Bushish about that dude. Right. Yeah. I mean, hey, you got it, Raj?
Sir.
Just before you say that, it just lets you know how outspoken it is for you to be racist. Not only like people think that this just happens in America. This just don't happen in America. This is open in every single country that our people are in. So
Damn right. And here's the thing about it. These are the things that they said behind. Look, to show you the power of one man. Donald Trump was so powerful. He inspired every racist in the world. You know what I mean? To go and speak out and show their racism. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciated Donald Trump.
I did too.
And I ain't gonna lie. Not just for the sake of prophecy, but for the sake of prophecy. And just for our sake as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, I do hope and I pray that they reelect Donald Trump as president of the United States.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, Black people need Donald Trump to be president so they can stop living in that la-la land. Right. You know what I mean? So they can wake up and, as they say, smell the coffee. You know what I'm saying? Wake up and smell the racism. It's right there in your face. And this Tory member, you know what I'm saying? He just really said what's in the hearts of all of our all white people. He said what's in the heart of every oppressor across the globe, from the UK to the USA. You know what I mean?
If I may too, like, and what Donald Trump did was not right. That was not wrong. It was not wrong for him to want his people to be supreme. It wasn't wrong. It's not wrong for Commander General Hunter for want his people to be supreme.
Right.
The only difference is how the world portrays us. The world portrays us as a cult because we think that Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians should be supreme over the earth and should rule the earth. And his fault is his people is already over the earth. And look at what the earth looks like.
Right.
The earth looks like destruction. It looks like pain and confusion. And little do they know, if they allowed the man that was supposed to be over earth, which is Christ, to come down and reign, then this earth would no longer mourn. We would be in so much joy. They will be in pain. So of course they don't want that to happen. But at the end of the day, this is our time. This is our time for Christ to come and build this nation up the way it was supposed to be built. And of course we got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments for that to happen.
That's right. Hey, no, their pain would be a pleasure for them though. They love it. I'm telling you. You would listen. Slavery under.
Hold on, we got a question.
Oh, what's the question? What's the
If
question?
I could.
All right, here we go.
From Tamika Smith.
If
I may, I am a young mother of a young Black son gunned down in Chicago. As a mother, I'm opening up to understanding of the pure truth. Our women and men and children are lost due to misrepresentation and poor leadership. Thank you for allowing for me to follow the podcast.
Hey, sister. Thank you for joining us on this podcast, sister. You have a voice here. Not just on the latest podcast, but you have a voice inside of the ISUPK, sister.
Yeah, right.
And we give our condolences to you about with your son's tragic, untimely death. You know what I mean? No mother should ever have to lose their child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A parent should never outlive their children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a tragedy that has become a reality inside of this hell that we live in. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And the brothers and sisters inside of the ISUPK under the guidance and leadership of Commander General Yohana are trying to change that reality all across the globe for our people. Right. You know what I mean? It is a curse that the Most High put on us. That's why we're in these conditions. But we have horrible leadership. You know what I mean? We're lied to by everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we've all been lied to our entire lives. That's why the men that you see here and the men that you see in the UK and in Jamaica and Haiti and Trinidad and Mexico and Dominican Republic and all across the world where the ISUPK is are free men that are waking up and trying to wake up our people. You know what I'm saying? We want to help you, sister. If you're in Chicago, our school is at 9909 Roosevelt Road, located out in Westchester. We have classes Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sabbath service is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturdays. hey, sister, you are more than and Rasha put the phone number in the chat for you to the school. Give us a call, sister. Come to the school and come and get in this truth. You know what I'm saying? And you can help us save other mothers from going through the pain that you did. You know what I mean? And if I could offer you some sense of peace of mind when it comes to death, you know what I mean? We die and come back. Death is not a permanent state. You know what I'm saying? We're reborn into this earth. So when people die, we say, may they rise again. You know what I'm saying? Your child will be reborn in this earth. You know what I mean?
In his own bloodline.
And within your family, within your bloodline.
And maybe even greater, with a greater forecast than he would have had even in the lifetime that he passed in.
Mm-hmm.
The brother may sit side by side with Christ. Who knows? You know, so just understand that what Officer Mayab was saying. The brother gonna come back and rise in power.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? If you coming into the school, you doing what you need to do to make sure that you grab the attention of those little children who watches you and you're raising up. Those very may be the father of your son coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And what you teach them, they're gonna teach their son and their children. And that may be the cause of him being the great power in the earth.
Damn right. So, you know what I mean? Our hearts and prayers go out to you, sister, you know what I'm saying? And just know that you do have brothers and sisters here, you know what I mean? The real men of the Lord, the real priests and prophets of the Lord, not none of these fake Israelite groups, you know what I'm saying? The real men and women of the Lord are right here in the ISUPK, sister, and we'll be waiting for you at 9909 Roosevelt Road. The day you come into the school, sister, you will be welcomed with open arms, and you will feel brotherhood and sisterhood unlike anything you've ever felt before. If you have a husband, bring your husband. If you have kids, bring your kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's a family environment. It's a family thing. You know what I mean? And we're trying to raise our people up so no one ever has to we don't have to keep experiencing these horrible tragedies here in Chicago, or what that brother in the UK's family is suffering over there in the UK.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Salaki for being long-winded.
And Salaki, big up to that sister for actually, putting that out there, because it's a lot of people that won't come out and put, personal things out there, because, that lets you know that it's a lot of people out here that's looking for, they're looking for the actual, solvent for their problem.
The answer.
The answer. A lot of people, they go out and look for answers and they never get the answers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that go out and they've been doing it for 30 years. They've been looking for leaders. And 30 years, they look to their fathers. They look to their mother. To their mothers too. Sometimes they look to their uncles. They look to the aldermen. They look to the mayors, and they look to the judges and everybody else who's appointed leaders in America or in the UK or anywhere else in this world, and they never got the answer.
Right.
They voted all their life. They got Barack Obama, and they said, we got somebody that got the same skin color as I do, and I don't have that. After all 8 years, I still don't have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
What is the answer in America? Well, the answer in America is right in front of your face.
That's right.
It's in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana.
Damn right.
The only place you will ever get an answer from, and it's going to be a legit answer, and it's going to work. The only one it's in the ISUP under Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
And here's the thing: I'm not here. I can't lie. I have no reason to.
Right.
I have no reason to. You can be a nigga and still be in the ISUP. This ain't the church. The church, you can't be a nigga no more. Ask the IUIC. IUIC, you can no longer be a nigga in the IUIC.
You cannot be a nigga.
If you in the church, if you in IUIC, if you can't be a nigga in the church, if you're in the you can't be a nigga in the church as well. In the school, you can be a nigga. You can be exactly what you was. You know what we gonna do? We gonna tweak and critique you. We gonna make you what the Bible tell you to be. You can still be you. You can still be Tamika, or I guess whatever you did. You can still be her. Only thing is, you're gonna follow the law, statutes, commandments. You ain't gonna eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster.
Right.
But you can still have your drinks.
I don't know.
Still drink your wine.
He might have just lost half the audience when he said
yeah,
no pork and lobster. He was like, oh, I was with you till you said that.
You still got the views right now.
You gonna stop eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. It's a great substitute. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do what you need to do to stay in this truth. And guess what? The brotherhood and the sisterhood is gonna be amazing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you might find a husband in this joint that ain't gonna treat you the way you've been treated in the streets.
Damn right.
Actually, if you get a husband in here, he ain't gonna treat you the way you've been in the streets.
That's right.
Because that's the way we built. In this school, that's the way we build.
Damn
we can't
right.
leave our woman. We can't leave them.
Right.
It's a commandment for us to not leave our woman.
Right.
So it's a lot.
Hey, most time cry. Hey, that's the truth. All right, well, let's I know, right? Hey, but shout out to that sister, man. I hope to see you in class, sis. You know what I mean? You have an open invitation from Officer Mayad and the Men of the Latest podcast. You know what I mean? All right, go ahead and let's play this. I was about to say something to get it kicked off the air. Let's play this person.
Oh yeah, Shalom, sir. Tamika Smith also said, "I'm coming as soon as I am. Open heart, body, mind, soul. Thank you."
There you go, sister. Most time, right.
Up next on the latest, Tory counselor who said all white men should have a black slave suspended.
Good night. Oh, he got suspended? It was like, you can't be telling the secrets in public.
Right.
How many times we got to tell you when you talk about them niggas, make sure your mic off.
We only supposed to talk about this at the dinner table.
Right, that's dinner talk, Chester.
He said that's how he got Bill over there in America. You remember?
You're right. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember when Bill Clinton got caught on accident. And what's the other the brother from Chicago?
Oh, Barack Obama. Oh, Jesse Jackson. Yeah.
Talk about some this nigga.
They call it a hot mic. Well, the UPK always got a hot mic. God dog it. If you hear us say it, we gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? We know this how y'all talk about us. You know what I mean? Like I said, it don't matter your accent. It don't matter what side of the world you cracking the whip on, cracker. We know you. We know you by your works. We know you by your deeds. We know you by when it rained, you smell like a wet dog. You know what I'm saying? We know you. We know you by everything that is, because guess what? No matter where you are in the world, there you are in the world. You know what I'm saying? Esau is going to be Esau no matter what. I don't care what place you in culture you appropriate it. You know what I mean? You got it up, Raj? Let's hear this special service announcement.
You gotta hear this. This is just mind blowing. Mind blowing. Play it
one more again. Oh, what you got something else? Okay.
We need to hear that again.
Hey.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey.
I think we all over here kind of we itchy right now. Go ahead, slack it, sir.
Hey, I'm just saying, he is simply expressing what all of them feel. You know what I mean? Their objective, they want us back in slavery yesterday, not today. It's taking too long. You know what I mean? They mad and fighting each other because you got the ones that's like, well, we just can't just throw them in slavery right now. It just, it would look bad. You know what I mean? Then you got them 5 or 6 that's like, no, we don't want to do that. But the other 87 of them, you know what I'm saying? They want us in slavery yesterday. You know what I mean? Like he's just expressing what they feel and what they think. Simple as that. That is the bottom line. That is in their heart. If they could, they would strip away all our so-called rights that they've given us. you know what I mean, all across the world, and they would start shipping us back across the seas, back and forth, like they did 400 years ago. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So like, if I may, that's just so heavy because even in America, you know, Donald Trump said, "Let's make America great again." We know it, like, according to Esau or to our oppressor, they claim they don't know what "Make America Great Again" is, but blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians knows what "Make America Great Again" is. But in the UK, guess what that means? That means what he just said was, "Let's make UK great again. Let's make blacks let's make the blacks or the Caribbean or the people that's in our country, that's the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's make this country great again by enslaving them again." You know what I'm saying? And that's our issue. We do not understand the oppression that we are under. We feel like that if we got food to eat, or if we got a house to stay in, that we no longer impressed. But you got to remember something. The slaves had a place to stay too.
That they did.
The slaves had food to eat too.
That's right.
And guess what they did? They worked harder than anybody on the plantation. And that's why you work harder than anybody on the plantation, because you got food to eat and you got a place to stay. And you feel like that if my kid can go to a college, we good. Tell me this. Why don't the black, we in debt, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we in debt from college. We can't even find a job when we get out of college.
Hey, if I could, going to college ain't no magical solution, because I remember, what was it, about a month ago, it was 3 brothers at Harvard University. Now, they're at Harvard, which is the creme de la creme of Ivy League. That means those brothers had dreams of being the next Barack Obama. You know what I mean? Or such and such and who's ever. You know what I mean? And while they was in their bed sleep in their drawers, campus security kicked in the door, had them at gunpoint, paraded them in front of the whole goddamn university in their underwear and their pajamas, because you know why? One of their Caucasian counterparts called the police and said that they were in there threatening people with guns. While they in their drawers sleep. You know what I mean? Right. So college ain't no magical end-all solution for black people. Right. The only end-all solution for black people is coming back to your culture, your identity, and following the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So like, if I may too, if you go into what the oppressor just said, he said all white men should have a black woman, man or woman, as a slave. And then he said it's not about the color. He said it's just that black people are a lower class than white men. Like if you don't understand that while we are trying to get equality, they know that we are lower class than them. We're trying to hold and bump elbows with them,
right?
And they don't want to bump elbows with us,
right?
While we sit here trying to be a part of a nation that doesn't want to be a part of us. There's a Bible that says, "Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, and you will not gather yourselves." This is why we're in the condition. So if you want to know why we destroyed, because you're not doing what the Lord told you to do. He's telling you that nobody else cares about you.
Right.
He's telling you no one else loves you. He's telling you that you can't be equal because the Lord didn't make this earth to be equal. There's a king of the jungle. He's the predator. He's the prime predator of the jungle. There's also somebody who's supposed to be the prime leadership of this earth, and that's blacks, Hispanics, North American Indians. But because we don't listen to our Father, we won't get it.
Hey, Rob Bond, you know a little bit about this? Okay, I know here we say crackers. What's the equivalent of a cracker out there?
I'm trying to think. They don't really. Jamaicans really love these oppressors. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Right. No.
We call them white people.
Y'all call them crumpets or something?
Yeah, we're gonna call him crump. He's a crumpet.
Out here, you call them crumpets?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I can't. If I recall, I'll let y'all know.
All right, God. Well, for posterity's sake, we're gonna call him a crumpet. Can you tell us about this crumpet?
God, so this is a Tory councilman. So he's high up in the Conservative Party. You know, these are the conversations that they have. These are the conversations that politicians have about us behind closed doors. You know, this is how they really feel about us. They won't say it, you know, publicly. You know, it has to be leaked that this is how they feel. And yeah, the conservatives, they are currently the ones that are in power right now under Rishi Sunak, which is an East Indian. But they all feel the same way about us. Like, for example, I mean, we're gonna get into the Windrush scandal later on, but it was an East Indian woman that was in charge, that was prime minister at the time. She was deporting Jamaicans that came here legally. They were wrongfully deporting my people. Meanwhile, they were bringing in like thousands of Afghanis. They were bringing her people while supporting ours.
So you mean to tell me that they were deporting our Jamaican brothers, talking about they were there illegally, you know what I mean? But they bringing in illegal Afghanistanis and probably helping and would they like beating themselves up and tripping over themselves to try to get them citizenship?
God, they I believe it was similar to how they brought over Ukrainians. You know, they would aid people, like say people he would give them housing. They would give them money. They would give them incentives to, you know, give these Afghanis housing, you know, all sorts of incentives to bring these people across. They are done there, they love their people. Right. I can't charge them. They love their people and they hate ours, man. That's what I charge them for.
So like, if I may, that's the exact same thing that happened in what was that in Iraq or Afghanistan, where they had Al Qaeda, where you know they finally came to the conclusion that you know Al Qaeda is going to take over this area. I saw thousands of Arabs trying to jump on a plane. It was some that was sitting on a wing. It was like it was so important that they got over to America because they knew that they had something that they was going to benefit off of when they came to America. Well, here's the problem, Blacks, Hispanics, North American Indians. We didn't have that same luxury. We didn't get a chance to come over and make our life better. We came over here and we became slaves. And y'all come over here and become beneficiaries of being in America, while we still sit in ghettos and be built up to be, you know, just the monsters of the earth.
Right.
Yeah, sir. If I could
go ahead.
And just to piggyback on what you're saying, Officer Kazai One, like no other nation in America has to fight for equality in America. You know what I'm saying? Asians, they don't have to fight for equality. You know what I'm saying? And Arabs, they don't have to fight for equality. They don't have to protest up and down the street.
Right.
East Indians, they don't have to protest and carry signs. Our lives matter.
Right.
They don't have to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we have to do that. And what do we get in return? We get a councilman saying black people, all white people deserve to have black people as slaves.
Right.
That's what we get in return for asking for peace. We asking for peace and we get a sword back.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a representation of why we say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And this is prime evidence. This 2023, ain't it?
Hey, Salagi, that's so funny what you just said, because he said Asians don't have to march or Ukrainians don't have to march. You know why they don't got to march? Because we march for them.
That's right.
Yeah, we the ones that march for Asian hate.
Yes, we do.
We the ones that march for Ukrainians.
Right.
We the ones that march for everybody. We love every single other nation but ourselves. We march for them.
Right.
But we never get our own. We never get our own back. And it just show you how horribly wicked this earth is toward the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That we have the compassion. And Commander Jimmy Hunter said this one day. He said, even once we get out, even once the kingdom comes and we have our own kingdom, he said, we will still not treat y'all as bad as y'all treated us.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Because for one reason, the Lord's people actually have compassion. We have a heart. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a heart for us. They don't care nothing about you having a chicken restaurant. You know how I know that? Because they bought the chicken restaurant in your community.
Right.
They don't care about you getting your nails done by Shaniqua. You know how I know? Because Ying Pong got her. She the one that got the nail shop in your neighborhood now.
Ying Pong.
Ying Pong.
Ying Pong.
You know what I'm saying? So Whenever you decide
Ying pong.
Whenever you want to raise up a sign and you ever want to march and hold hands because you love Ukraine and you love the Asian hate, like Asians hate, like we ain't been hated for 400-500 years. Just remember this. You can love Asians and Ukrainians all you want to. They'll never love you. Right. They'll never side with you and they'll never march with you.
So let me say something about Asian hate real quick. I hope it don't get us banned.
Oh, get ready to get banned, y'all.
This is what I'm gonna say. How can you say Asian hate when there's 50,000 cats and dogs that's missing on the street, and nobody cares about those pets that did nothing to these Asians.
Right. I miss my rock.
There's pit bulls, cats, Siamese cats, all that is missing because of Asians. Y'all talk about some Asian hate. Let me tell you something. Blacks and Hispanics been hated for 500 years.
That's right.
Now you think you want to start talking about Asian hate? Well, talk about how many lynchings, how many times. I just watched a movie where his son and his father and his mother was in the field picking cotton, and the oppressor came and took the mother, and the son, being a crouching lion, being somebody who wants to protect his mother, he ran over to try to protect his mother. His father grabbed him and said, "Son, don't do that." Which his father probably was supposed to do because he wanted to protect his son. He knew that his wife was finna go in there and get raped by an oppressor. He knew it. Just the same way that we sit here and understand that our women and our men are being abused by the oppressor, and we want to fight. The only way to fight is coming into the school and following laws, statutes, and commandments, and following commanding during Yohana who follow Christ. If you really want to follow Christ, get out of Christian church and come to the school. That's the only way to do it.
And if I could, what you're bringing out is so heavy because that Asian hate bill was passed, right? But check this out. Just last week, last Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, you know what I mean? A 14-year-old boy in South Carolina was chased down the street to his housing complex by an Asian store owner and shot in the back and murdered. He accused the young boy of shoplifting, and the boy did not shoplift a damn thing. You know what I mean? He didn't steal nothing. This oppressor, Asians are our oppressors too. He accused this young boy of shoplifting, whatever words of exchange. You know what I'm saying? The young boy left out the store. The Asian came after him with a gun. The boy ran. They said at one point he fell. Witnesses say he fell to the ground running. He was running so hard he fell, got back up, kept running. The Asian's lion-ass son said he got a gun. And then the Asian shot the boy in the back and killed him.
So you know what I'm saying? That's so heavy what you just brought out. Because what just happened at the Kansas City fort? What just happened? The IUIC told the police what?
Yeah, he got a gun. Yep.
This is a fake Israelite groups telling the police, the men of the Lord, hey, he got a gun. Why would they do that? It's so he can murder him, and it's justified. He want to justify murder. This lets you know IUIC do not love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American aliens. They want you to die.
Right.
They want you. If you're not giving money to Nathaniel, he wants you to die. He called we a gang. We the gang, right?
Right.
But you gonna die if you don't give money to Nathaniel because he gonna tell the police, his people. You know he was a police officer. His people. He gonna say kill him. He has a gun on him.
Well, according
did they find the gun?
They did.
They didn't find. They had a phone.
Oh, you talking about with the KC4? They didn't find a gun, but the young boy, they said they found a gun lying next to his body, but there was no evidence that he pulled the gun. None of the witnesses said he pulled the gun. Now, in my personal opinion, to me, Jackie Chan planted the gun on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Jet Li had a throwaway piece. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Go ahead.
Even if he did have a weapon, he was defending himself, wasn't he?
No, he was running.
No, I'm saying if he was running from the store, running from this maniac of an Asian, he's running, and if he see the guy chasing him with a weapon, with a gun, trying to murder him over a bag of Doritos,
right?
If that he didn't have.
if he did have
can't
a gun,
defend himself.
Yeah, you know.
And that's the point. Like, when do you defend yourself?
Right.
Do I have to run? Like if I feel that I'm running and you're gaining on me, the threat is gonna take my life.
Right.
When do I draw the weapon?
Easy. I can tell you. I can answer that question real quick for you. If you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you know when you defend yourself. After they kill you from the grave, when your family's in court suing them and they put your picture up to try to garner sympathy from the jury, you defend yourself from the grave when you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American in this country. You know what I mean? Because a Black man apparently don't got the right to defend himself. We don't got the right to run. We ain't got the right to speak up. If we speak up, we get shot. If we run, we get shot. If we try to defend ourselves, we get shot.
Hands up, you get shot.
Hands up, yeah, hands up, they gon' shoot.
We ain't looked at as humans.
That's right.
That's so heavy. It comes to the point now that you begging your oppressor, I'm putting my hands up, don't shoot. And they still shoot you.
Yeah,
like, when are you gonna understand that you begging? Dogs beg. You know that, right? Dogs beg. Can I get something to eat?
When they hungry.
Please don't hit me. You ever seen a dog that's been traumatized because he been beat up? Please don't hit me. Please don't, like this is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians in America and in the UK and in every other country in America. This is us. We are like curs. If you don't know what a cur is a dog who's a punk, and we look like punks because we are just so beaten, battered, you know. And I ain't saying the UPK because we ain't no punks. We gonna do. We gotta do what I'm saying.
Cowards.
We no cowards. But I'm just saying, our people. We say them. Hey, only way we can beat them is to join them. We gotta join them because we can't beat the oppressor. There's no way.
Well, you know what? I agree. Only way to beat them is to join them. That's why I joined the UPK.
That's right.
I mean, all right, let's go on. I can feel the curse words welling up in my chest.
hey, so like you really for the curse for this one? Yeah.
You know what time
Hey,
it is.
Rob Bond, let's hold on to your seat for this next story. This right here.
This one on our itinerary.
Hey, this is the latest.
This is the latest as of this morning.
That's right.
Yeah, you want to give a brief description, Raj?
Oh yeah, cuz.
Read the title.
Up next on the latest, woman calls her baby gay and wants him to be gay.
Hold your seat. Hold your seat.
Good night. Play this disgustingness.
It's a gay baby. Gay baby. Gay, gay, gay. Please be gay. Oh. Okay. Be what you want to be, but be gay. Okay.
Good night. Hey, Rob Bond, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go first on this one, huh?
Damn. He said, "Be whatever you want to be."
Damn.
Salaki, go ahead, Salaki.
Hey, Salaki. As a Jamaican, we say "fire for that." Fire for that. Yo, that is crazy. Yo, someone needs to get that child. That child, he was down there trying to escape from her arm, bro. She is a
He was trying to get out of there, man.
Trying to get out of there, bro. And the Bible says menstruous women bring forth monsters.
Man, he said the baby was trying to escape. The baby was like, "Help! I don't want to be gay. I want a future."
It's like we got a comment. Shay, gay means happy, relax.
Hey, look. Shorty. Hey, Shakia says, gay does mean happy. You are correct. Hey, but that
she wasn't saying that.
She didn't want that baby to grow up happy. She wanted that baby to grow up with broke wrist. You know what I mean? She is gonna start feeding that baby sweet and low so he can have sugar in his tank when he get older. She want that baby to grow up in an alternative death style. Go ahead.
From Tamika Smith, if I may, this is why I must show our women a better way.
Oh, there you go, sister. Hey, I want to see you in class on Wednesday. Yo, man, that baby's future is destroyed. Like Rahman said, he looked in the camera like, somebody help me.
and so like, if I may, you know, this sister, Kool-Aid Tamika Smith, that's coming up, man. This is a woman who's willing to fix black women.
Mm-hmm.
We just watched the video of a woman who does not want to fix black women. She wants to further destroy this black race of men and women that's coming into the world. This sister right here, man, she should be applauded. She should be the one that everyone says she actually got a head on her shoulders. Through all the turmoil and all the things she went through, she cares more about black women than the pain that she has to feel. That's endurance.
Damn right. Damn right. Hey, listen, for that sister in that video, you are a part of the problem. That is how beat down our people are. You know why she wants that baby to go up to be gay? And you know what? I can't okay. How do I qualify the statement before I say it? So it's not, I can't blame the sister. I'm blaming her, but I can't blame her at the same time. Because here's the thing. I think there might have been a little boy. It was hard to tell. You know, fear looks like fear on male or female. That baby looks scared. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? She wants that baby to grow up to be gay so that baby does not get shot down in the streets by the police. She wants that baby to grow up to be gay so that baby does not become a drug dealer. She wants that baby to grow up to be gay because in this society, being gay, if you're black and gay, you're rewarded. You're given opportunities. You're given money. You're given education. You're given things for growing up and destroying your people. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the people that are destroying our people are receiving rewards. The Christian pastor is rewarded with, always has been rewarded with a big car, a nice house, and a big booty first lady. You know what I mean? The Muslims are rewarded with nice car. Farrakhan got his security detail. Man, he got a whole town, a complex. Nation of Islam. Yeah. His security detail sits outside of his house in Chicago in Land Cruisers. You know what I mean? Like IUIC, they say Nate is worth like $150 million. You know what I'm saying? So if you are about destroying your people, whether you're a Christian pastor, a Muslim leader, or a fake Israelite leader, you are, or some bubblehead dingbat sister, you know what I'm saying, who is completely destroyed. That sister's destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is, and we were talking about this before the podcast, when this video popped up, sister, you aren't gay. You had some rod at least 9 months ago. At least 9 months ago, she had somebody between her legs and in her mouth. I'm just saying, at least 9 months ago. Now, whatever happened between then and now, where you want that baby to be gay, hey, you picked the wrong man. But obviously, she's not gay. You know what I mean? Unless you say she had the test tube baby. If that's a test tube baby, then, you know, I'm sorry. It's artificially inseminated. I got you signed.
Salaki, it's so heavy because that's the problem. Like, we got Cap always talk about the schisms between men and women. Like, we got men going against women saying, hey, women do this, and women say men do this. The problem is not men and women going against each other. It's the fact that we got to come together as a household. Like, we can't sit here and say that men do have problems. Women do have problems. But how are we going to fix these problems between men and women? Because the only reason that women sleep with women and men sleep with men is because they don't know how to fix the problem between each other.
Damn right.
They don't know how to fix it. Because every woman that's gay want a baby.
That's right.
How do we know that? Every woman's idol growing up back in my days was the brat. She want a baby, don't she? 43, 44 years old, want a baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every man have a child. Why is that? Because you have a natural instinct in your body, but the only problem is you don't know how to use it because you've been damaged so hard, and you don't have a leader to tell you, "Hey, you're wrong. You're wrong." And then a lot of times, if you go to a Christian pastor and say you're wrong, he'll be like, well, let me talk to you for a second, sister. Let me tell you why. ISUPK ain't gonna tell you that. ISUPK gonna say if you gay, you're going against the commandments and you are vile.
Right.
You're not doing what you're supposed to do.
And if I can't, Sloggy, you was getting
heated up.
Yeah, man, you was hitting on something so strong. No, what the brother is saying is so strong. It's so right. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is the one who's making our women believe that type of mindset. They the one, like, you go in a Christian church and the first lady is telling all the sisters under her, if he don't do you right, then leave him.
Right.
If he don't do what you tell him to do, the first lady of the church actually runs the church. I don't know if people realize that.
That's right.
The pastor don't run the church. The first lady does.
Yes, she does.
You understand? So, you know, when we start to realize that our weakness came from, you know, the oppressor giving the leadership to these black men who are weak and allowing. And look, don't get me wrong, we love us some women in here. We love them so much that we get 4 and 5 of them and 6 of them, and that's how much we love. We love them so much. We just have to have one around us.
Hey,
It's
damn
like
right.
you can't stop eating them.
Bet you
Like
can't eat
Robert.
just one.
But I will tell you this: in this school and in this community, I will call this a community. The man is going to lead this household.
Damn
We're
right.
going to be the stronghold, and we will not let our families fail. And until we start thinking in that way, then our women are going to continue to devour each other. When our women get strong enough, like especially like the sister did earlier, when our women get strong enough to go against the destruction of Black and Hispanic and North American Indian women, then we become stronger. That's what we've searching for.
And Shalakia. Yeah, I see the sister Tamika had another comment.
Tamika Smith, as a woman and a mother, we have to show our children the truth and the light, so as they grow up older, they can teach their children the way.
Damn right, sister. And that is the spirit. It's the scriptures say, raise up a child in the way that they should go, and they would not depart from it for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Right. With her, she's gonna, and here's the sad part about that little baby, right? She's gonna raise her baby to be gay because she wants a gay baby. Please be gay. You can do whatever you want in your life as long as you be gay. You know what I mean? That child is going to raise up and one day say, I was born gay. My mommy told me, there's a video, I'm the gay baby. I was born that way. Look, so like, little baby, I'm just saving this for you when you're younger. When you're younger, tune into the ladies. And if you start saying that stuff, I'm going to tell you personally, with all love, shut the hell up.
Damn right.
Your mama destroyed you.
Damn right.
From the time you came out of her womb, if you could, Baba Gashar, if you could bring in the apocrypha which said minstrous women. You know which one, right?
I got it.
Hey,
Play that one more time.
Let's play that video one more time. Listen, this is it's so disgusting. I mean, it's just amazing.
And if I could, this is probably a bitter bitch. I hope they don't get us blocked.
BBB.
But it's probably a bitter bitch.
3 B's.
Who was mad that her baby daddy had another woman. And so now, instead of her child having a heterosexual relationship, to her is better if you just stick with your own sex.
Oh, Salagi, what you just said is so heavy about the BBB. You know what I mean? Salagi. Hey, and this is why you have to have multiple wives. This is what happens when you're in the world and you get your side chick pregnant. She's gonna turn your side baby into a gay baby. Okay.
Right. That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Hey, we're gonna have to go. We got a couple t-shirts on the ladies. We'll have to rewind some episodes and say, okay, that's t-shirt number 1. Don't turn your baby gay. Marry your side chick. You know what I mean? Like really, she looked like a side chick. And this is, the old man that I killed out of me a long time ago had side chicks, and that looked like a side chick. I'm just saying, she has all the criteria. You know what I'm saying?
So the t-shirt gonna be your side chick gonna make your side baby into a pride baby.
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
Hey,
it's like good. It sounds like little bars you got.
You know what I mean? You know he got bars. He just be hiding them.
Y'all trying to make me the 40-year-old rapper.
Hey, quick shout out, Captain Marquard, Armageddon Music. You know what I'm saying? We're Armageddon Music. Hopefully, it's finna drop by Fire Weekend. Stay tuned for more details. You know what I mean? But let's play this tragedy. Let's play this horrible, atrocious video real quick, if we could.
Hey, baby.
Hmm.
It's a gay baby. Gay baby. Gay. Please be gay. Oh. Okay. Be what you want to be, but gay. Okay. Thank you.
I swear, some people.
Yo, that's horrible. You know what I mean? And Rob Bond, Osh, if y'all want to hop in, man, I know it's got y'all brothers speeches because we ain't never seen no monstrosity like that before.
Hey, Raul Bond, what you think about something like that? If you just think about if your mother was holding you like that, what was you thinking? If you thinking like 20-some years now from now, 21 years, 22, whatever, and just thinking like, how would you feel seeing that if that was your mother holding you and saying the same exact thing? Because that's what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is that baby is gonna see his mother and say, "Oh, dang, this is what she did to me when I was at 6, 5." I don't even know that baby's 5, 6 months. That baby might be like 2 days old.
Man,
right.
What do you think?
When that child grows up with all sorts of diseases and then monkeypox and everything under the sun, and he look back and sees that video, she did that to him. When he's in that AIDS ward with tubes in his damn nose, wires in his wrists, she did that to him, man. That is violent. That's so lucky. I can't. There's no words, man. All because she wants what? She wants a Lil Nas X baby. That's what she wants. She will murder her son for a Lil Nas X baby.
Damn. Most crazy.
Hey, yo, go ahead, Ash. Go, please go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say too. I mean, it's a prime example too of the fact of certain mothers don't deserve children, don't deserve to hide children.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of this matter is, it may look like she holding that child, like she want the best for this child, she want all of that. She really hate that baby.
Yes, she does.
She really hate that baby, and she using that baby for clout. She made that video hoping and wishing that she'll go viral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's Pride Month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She know all the pride people and all the homosexual LGBTQ gangs, they all in they hyper villain right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she know this is a prime time to, hey, I got a baby, let me use it for some leverage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is why we are so needed, because some women just should not have children.
Damn right. And if I could add on to that, like Kazai once said, that is a BBB right there. You know what I mean? And she said she hates that baby. You're right. You know why? Because she hates that baby's father. You know what I mean? And in byproduct of her hating that baby's father, she hates men. So she's going to make that baby suffer. You know what I mean? She's going to punish the father through punishing the child. You know what I mean? Because that lifestyle is going to lead that baby will catch AIDS when it's older if it stays on the path that his mother has intended for him. You know what I'm saying? That baby will face all types of extra discrimination. Number one, the baby is dark skinned and a black child. He's going to face discrimination, period. That's coming. Discrimination is coming for that baby, but the mother wants to heap more pain and more discrimination and more hurt onto that child. And all that child did was be born, you know what I mean, and be the son of its father. That's all that baby did. You know what I mean?
I got that verse for you too as well.
Oh, well, go ahead. Let this out run. Go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy, sir. That, you know what I'm saying, all that baby did was be born. You know what I'm saying? Just like it in the Bible, when they try to deal with us, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible. When they try to deal with us, there was only one way they could deal with us through our midwives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do you destroy a nation? You make that nation not care about procreating.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she's doing to her child. She's telling her child from birth that we don't need to build this nation up anymore.
Right.
It stops here. And what that does us is it destroys us. So Slocky, go ahead.
Hey, Slocky, if you could, Rumble has a perfect verse for this.
This second address, chapter 5 and verse. We're gonna start at verse 7. This is out the Apocrypha.
Read.
And the sodomitish
and what?
seed.
And the what?
And the sodomitish seed.
The gay baby.
The sodomitish seed.
Right. The gay baby
shall cast out fish. That's heavy.
Yeah. So the sodomitish seed, that woman right there, she's casting it. That baby is going to influence other babies of his generation to be gay. That seed, that sodomitish seed, our oppressor, has put that in the earth and it's proliferated. That woman right there does not realize that she is spreading madness and mental illness. And because of that video, there will be other side chicks and BBBs and bitter bitches that go out and say that I have a gay baby.
Oh,
She's starting the gay baby trend.
It's a lot.
Hey, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this is the one way, right?
Oh wait, yep. That's a byproduct of Gabrielle Union.
That's right. That's right.
He put his son right in front of the camera and said he's gay.
Yep.
Let him be gay.
Yep.
Be what you want to be. Right. Please be gay. I want you to be. They got on the award show. They got on.
Yeah.
They got like a recommendation, accommodation.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? He said he's honored by his son.
Right, because he can go and be gay for him. See, Zion Wade can go and do all the gayness that D Wade was never ever to do. You know, hey, they say don't live through your children. D Wade, stop trying to live through your son. I know you grew up on the south side of Chicago, and we used to beat y'all, you know, little kids, soft little boys like you used to get beat up back in the days. And then you was on the basketball team, so you definitely couldn't express that, you know, side of you. You know what I'm saying? So don't live out your LGBTQSYZ IUIC fantasies through your child.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Kind of. So what you saying is so heavy. Like look at the story of King David and Solomon. Like you don't live through your children. Your children live through you. The reason King Solomon was so great of a king was because his father was so great of a king. You understand? Even at one point in time, David said, he pretty much called him Adawan, his sir.
Son, his Lord.
And nobody understands that unless you know that we come back in reincarnation. David called Solomon sir, which was his son, because he knew that in one point in time he's going to be his forefather.
That's heavy.
He understands that. So that's how you build real sons and daughters up in this earth, man, is to let them live through you, not you live through your children.
If I could, once the podcast is over, Ramawan is gonna start checking me. You know what I mean? So let's let him get the scriptures out, because y'all don't understand the check-ins that me and Ramawan, he be checking me and all my demons come out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
This my big brother, so trust me, this motherfucker. I get checked about 99% of the time by him.
Don't y'all believe that?
I might get 1% and I still get checked.
Hey, that 1% of checking that he give me though, who we?
I just want to, if I can, just bring a part of it. It said, "In the sodomitish seed shall cast out fish." We all know what the sodomite-ish. Just like you look at Jewish and whatever. The sodomite-ish seed meaning that, you know, sodomites were, you know, homosexuals in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's Sodom and Gomorrah. We all know the story. You know what I'm saying? Even Christians know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. So when it's using the word sodomitish, it's letting you know that they are using the same ways of the sodomites. They were doing the same things of the sodomites. And why I say, and the sodomitish sea shall cast out fish. That means that they're casting out the same things that they're doing.
Right.
So they're being homosexual. So guess what they're doing? They're putting it on their children.
Right.
They're casting out those same fish. This fish that this woman just cast out was her baby. Her baby was the fish that she cast out for everybody else to say that I'm gay, so my baby can be gay too. And I'm raising my baby to be gay. Like, you never seen this ever in America until today, that women and men are raising their kids to be gay.
Right.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna keep reading.
Yeah, keep reading.
And make Salakia. I'm gonna start from the top. And the sodomitish sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof.
Good night.
This is LGBTQ right now. June 1st started the gay pride. It started gay pride. Everybody gonna hear it, and we don't know what like us in the school. We like, what the hell going on? How do they have a whole month for the gay pride, but we continue to suffer in America? How? We don't know it. Salaki.
Hey, no, what you bringing out so heavy? Because they have become more powerful than anything that's ever supported Black people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, and Native American organizations have been fighting for our rights and our freedom and to get us some type of legitimacy in this country. And this movement, the LGBTQIUIC movement, has grown so heavy in the earth. You know what I mean? That it has proliferated and become more powerful than every Black, Hispanic, and Native American organization you've ever heard of or ever seen. You know what I mean? They have rights worldwide. You know what I mean? They are trying to push themselves over into other countries. You know what I mean? You got other countries that are shooting them down and telling you, take that gayness over there. You know what I mean? But they're over in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? Where Tel Aviv is the gay capital of the world now. You know what I'm saying? They're in Afghanistan. They're in Iraq. They're in Iran. You know what I'm saying? They're in certain parts of Africa. You have African nations that are saying, no, we're not doing that. But then you got African. Look, over in Jamaica, Jamaica has a history of suppressing that. You know what I mean? You cannot be a boate boy over in Jamaica. You can't be a chichi man over in Jamaica. But now, guess what? They're pushing it now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I may, we got Officer Rahman on the ones and twos. What does it look like over in UK? Only because we sit here and showing how the US and the UK is pretty much a mirror image of each other. Wow. What are you seeing over there when it comes to homosexuality and pride?
Hey, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, man. They're the same. It's the same people. Even like the whole transgender thing, it didn't used to be that big like in the UK as it is in the US. Because in the US, it's wild. It's wild. But we started like transgenders in my local area, and I'm like, what in the hell? Like it's really, it has no end. Their lust cannot be satiated. Like it will not stop. Now you're trying to normalize, minor attractive persons, trying to normalize pedophiles, man.
Right.
No end to it. It's like,
hey, Khan, no, what you're saying is right and so heavy because you know what I mean? They are normalizing it, and it's all leading up to legalized pedophilia. You know what I mean? I saw an article that it said, period, point blank, that over 90-something, 95, 96, 98% of transsexuals are autistic. You know what I'm saying? They suffer from various forms of autism, and this is over a decade of research into the transsexual community. You know what I mean? And recently there's been a trend where transgendered people are detransitioning. Women are trying to go back to being women, and men are trying, it's kind of late for some of them, but they're trying to go back to being as much of a man as they could be after they cut their rod off. But, and then they're blaming school counselors, they're blaming doctors, they're blaming the medical community for giving them misinformation, misguiding them, and misleading them. You know what I mean? And when they do a psychological exam on these people and they test the mentality of these people, they're autistic. So the LGBTQIUIC community is filled. It's filled with people. Oh, that's my mom.
That's it.
That's it right now. That's
the top of the dome.
Yeah, I came up there a couple days ago.
That's 100 bars.
But you know what I mean? They are they are taking advantage of the helpless, of innocent, defenseless people. They're taking advantage of a population that cannot defend themselves, that have no one looking after them or protecting them or representing them. Because we know from all the years of research, it is a fact that vast majority of people in that community and in that fake Israelite group were abused at some point as a kid. You know what I'm saying? They were abused. You know what I'm saying? Most of them suffer from child molestation. Now we're finding out that they're autistic. Got a comment up there? What's this comment? Let's get it.
Kazanka Bar,
Uh-huh.
TG. Remember, you are the Slayer that are all the Israelite schools came out of. Forgive IUIC for its sins and avoid them so they grow up and know how to conduct themselves in spirit.
You know, I was waiting for an IUIC member to jump up into the to the chat. You know,
he has the ISUPK side on there.
Hey, brother,
we appreciate you not. We appreciate you not. Here's the problem.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
I
have never seen a blue IU. Hey, that's how you know that this is not a brother in the ISU. If you are, brother, go talk to your camp leader.
If I may, for 1 second, whoever this Kazak Gabar, whatever. Let me tell you something. In order to infiltrate a team in a community that's so strong, you have to look like us. You don't look like us. That's why we know that this is not true. And if this is a brother in our school, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Go to your camp leader right now.
Trooper, at best.
And Salaki, if I may, this is why we are one body. Because you know why? If we want one body, then it will be all these different factions that we're gonna sit here and we won't know that you. If you're a trooper, I pray you understand not to ever jump on a podcast unless you've been taught before.
Right.
But it's just a lock.
And
give it to him. Give it to him.
He got a comment still?
Yeah, if I could, sir. Another comment from so-called Kazaka Bar. We have no idea, sir.
Go ahead.
IUIC have sinned by attacking one of the Most High's camps.
One of the most. He is not a brother.
Salakia.
There's only one camp for the Most High.
This is how you know that this brother is not ISUPK. And if you are, you're a trooper, and you do not come into.
This is not a one West brother.
No, this is not a one West brother. You say what?
Not one West.
Nah, he ain't no yellow. I feel sorry for
civilians.
Hey, this is how you know this brother. Look, we know for a fact that you are not ISUPK, y'all. You know what I mean? Because if you were in the UPK, like you're trying to put on your little blue logo, that sounds so IUI. That sounds so LGBTQ IUIC is ridiculous. We know you're trying to infiltrate. It's not going to work. Okay. Number one, they attacked our brothers. This isn't the first time IUIC has perpetrated malicious attacks against the ISUPK. You get what I'm saying? This is an ongoing thing. And for years, we have avoided them. We have ignored them. They pop up at our camp. We get a campsite going in some of the most harsh areas inside of the United States of America. We go into some of the most violent neighborhoods that you could ever see or ever imagine to lift our people up out the gutter. And when we go and lay a solid foundation and do the groundwork, those bastards come in and try to build on our foundation. It's scripture. The scriptures say you don't build on another man's foundation. And I'm going to defend my brothers to the death of me. They attacked 4 of my brothers. I will never, ever again lean off of them. I would never again show them the mercy that they did not show my brothers when they attacked them 30 deep on 4 men and then had the cowardly guts to tell the white police officer he got a gun when it was a cell phone in his goddamn pocket. Trying to get one of my captains killed. So what you need to do, be who you are, get up out our group chat and get that fake ass UPK logo down. And if you are a trooper, check your spirit. I can go talk to your camp leader. Go ahead.
If I may, you know, trooper in here. If you coming up here talking about that we supposed to be one and being holding hands with IUIC. I don't know who your camp leader is, but I pray that you don't disgrace no camp leader like that.
You know,
you are not my brother. I'm gonna tell you, if you're telling me to rub elbows with the same oppressor who is charging us for being fake, when the man who's over our school has done so much to build up blacks and Hispanics, North American Indians,
right?
You are not my family. What did the Bible say? The Bible said, "Who is my mother? Who is my brother?"
Oh, wait,
my mother and my brother is the ones who follow my father.
Damn right.
And the father of the ISUPK is the man who stayed there, whose lap it laid on, and that's Commander Joe Yohana.
Right. Hey, the leader of IUIC, Nate, was at best an officer of 50 in the ISUPK. He was back then. They used to have officers of 100, which is equivalently an officer of 50. Yeah, I saw that. You know what I mean? And look, he left out. He was an undercover cop that didn't let brothers know he was a cop. Then he left out of here and went to House of David, helped destroy House of David, and went to the next group. Okay. Yeah. And then after House of David in 2003, he started branching out on his own to establish IUIC. And then by 2009, they were completely incorporated in the earth. That man was never one West. Yeah, right. That man was never in the truth.
Right.
That was a psyop that they performed to try to destroy us. And what they did not know is that the Lord was with a man named Yohana.
That's right.
Was with a general. They were going after the 7 heads. They wanted to get Mashah and Yaiquat. What's that say?
What that mean? Rawabam. What that mean? The
JPEG. That's that little picture on his profile. That little blue. Yeah. Talk it, Rawabam. Go ahead.
Car JPEG. Yeah, that's like an image. It's like an image of a file time.
So he pretty much he
created his own.
Yeah, he pitched our image and put it on his little thing.
Oh wait, I think he got something else to say.
Man, let's go in on this nigga.
No, come on. He asked for it before. This is how we're gonna close the show because we get you hecklers. Go ahead, chump. Mm-hmm.
Now we could take that into our own hands, or we can show forth the wisdom of the Most High and stay away from these immature brothers.
Hey, you know what? We are going to show the wisdom of the Most High. We are about to show you in the scriptures the wisdom of the Most High. You see, this is how we know you're IUIC trying to infiltrate. This is how we know you're not in the UPK. You're some fake Israelite. You're some wannabe sideline Twitter fingered keyboard junkie that think you finna come into this group chat and name yourself some fake Israelite name. And this is 3 officers of 1,000, 2 officers of 500. One of the 500s is in the UK, building up an entire continent. You know what I'm saying? And an officer of 50 that has more heart, more wisdom, more courage, more talent, and more knowledge of the scriptures than you could ever hope to have.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I got a scripture for this one. For you, buddy, who thinks that we supposed to hold hands and be nice and IUIC sin, but we should be their brothers. Let me tell you what Christ said, because this is in red. I pray you understand. This is Luke 19, chapter 19, in verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them.
And what?
And slay them before me.
But what? That's Christ. That is Christ saying, bring them before me and slay them. That's what right. Type of, and you know what? We're going to have the mercy that our King has. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the patience and the mercy and the wisdom that our King has. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to slay those brothers physically, but we are going to spiritually eradicate them. We are going to do whatever we can to make sure that that LGBTQ police operation is off of the face of the earth.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Starting with you, Kazak Gabar, strong warrior. What type of strong warrior tucks his goddamn tail between his legs and try to love everything? You're a dog humping on a leg.
That's right.
I got a scripture too.
Go ahead if you could.
I got Romans 16 and 17. If I make Baba Kashak. Yeah. It said, this Romans 16 to 17. Now I beseech you, brother. Mark them.
Do what?
Mark them.
Point them out.
Mark them.
Show them to the world.
Mark them.
Let it be known who they are.
Mark them. Which cause division.
Which try to separate this nation. Which cause problems within this nation. Which cause confusion within our doctrine. Which will attack our brothers and lie on them, talking about they were on that corner first. What they don't know, I still got pictures on my phone from almost 2 years ago where we were out there in Kansas City on that same spot. And you know what I saw out there? I saw brothers and sisters hooked on drugs right next to the camp. I saw brothers and sisters across the street at the bus stop leaning off and dozing off and drowning off because they were high on whatever the hell they were high on. But you know what I did not see? I did not see one of those gay ass purple t-shirts with gold fringes on the bottom. The whole time I was in Kansas City. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, and if I may, the reason those drug addicts and those brothers that was on the corner was with the ISUPK is because they're so used to seeing us.
Right.
Like after all the things that happened, they had our back. They did nothing wrong. They always out here. They don't do nothing wrong. All they doing is teaching them. Like you can tell the fruits of the labor of the man who works for the Lord, man. And those even in your drunken state, even in your high state, those addicts still loved the man of the Lord who was teaching them something. Even though they didn't even know what they was loving. Like that it was the Lord building them up for it.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying?
And if I could, not to cut you off, those same drug addicts that were out on that corner, anybody go to that library, it's a group of drug addicts that damn near live out there. Those same drug addicts, those same brothers and sisters who are struggling at the bottom and oppressed. When we got out there, we stirred up the demons in them. Some of them wanted to come against us. We heard the murmurings, we heard the anger, we heard the evil of their demons stirring up. But when we left, they thanked us. And like Kazawan just said, those same brothers and sisters who are out there struggling and hurt and suffering defended the KC4. Right. They told the police, you got the wrong people. One sister defended us so much, they put her in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Big up to that sister.
She ain't gonna get no glorification.
Exactly.
But she did righteousness for that.
Not only that, like she did that in a state of highness.
Right.
Like you are in a state of knowing what the hell you're doing. You won't even go to jail for the man of the truth, man. Right. That woman should get honored. Salaki.
Oh, yeah. If you could.
Salaki, let me, if I may, can I read?
Yeah, please do. The court done now. Kazak Gabar.
Is he back yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please do.
Okay. So I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. It said, "Mark them which causes division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them." It said, "And avoid them." The reason it said, "And avoid them."
And what?
And avoid them.
Listen, for the last, all right, I've been in the truth now for almost 5 years, right? I'm close to 5 years in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a brief history of IUIC. I used to watch those brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because I did like a lot of brothers did. I watched all the Israelite groups. Because you know what I mean? I once I realized we were Israel, I tried to see who was the place for me to go. You know what I'm saying? Being stubborn, being hard-headed, because I knew I was supposed to be in the ISUPK. Because that's the first place I ever heard the truth. When I lived in Philly in the 90s, I used to watch, you know what I'm saying, the original school, the original heads. I used to watch them cats when they was in Philly up on that podium blasting. And I remember when the division came. I remember seeing Commanding General. I didn't know the man that I know now is Commanding General Yohana. I didn't know that was him then. And I remember Captain Tar War from In the World. I knew him in the world. And I remember when he was a young man in the UPK out there at camp. All right. But the truth didn't sink in back then. You know what I'm saying? So I've listened to them, but I knew where I first heard the truth. But all these groups were out. And I'm watching videos. And IUIC has some very influential videos on me. And I was thinking about the first group in Chicago that I heard about were located with IUIC. But something prevented me from going to their little church over there. The Lord prevented me from going. And one of my first camps as a young, I think I was a young man or a trooper. Now I had become a trooper because I had started reading by then. I was a fresh trooper. And IUIC they came out to the west side of Chicago on our corner at Madison and Pulaski. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and tried to take over our corner. And we blasted their behinds off the corner.
I think we had to blast some gangster niggas off the corner.
Yeah,
that day.
we came out and the gangbangers on the corner were ready to try to come against us. And the head of their gang said, no, the cats in black, they cool. Those are real niggas right there.
I remember
they real. You remember that? They real. They the real ones. Those cats in purple, they some bitches. Those cats in purple, they hate our people. Those cats in purple are police. They snitch. The dude in purple was like, no, the dudes in black are out here all the time. They out here trying to help us, not like them cats. He calmed the young boys down because they went out there inciting our people. They don't help the poor. They don't help you get off drugs. They don't help. They don't do the things that the real men of the Lord do, following after our leader, Commander General Yohana, under Hamashiach Yahweh, who the world English calls Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then they proceeded to get on the microphone to try to battle us while we were setting up, and they told all types of disgusting lies about the men in the ISUPK. And from that day forward, from that day forward, I lost all respect for them because they could have simply tried to debate and battle honorably. But what they did was said that we don't rock this shield. This ain't the shield of David. They called this the 6-point star and said that we were a bunch of gangster disciples and GDs and gangbangers, that we were really gangbangers and drug dealers pretending to be Israelites so that we could sell drugs in the community. They said that we had orgies inside of us. They said they had firsthand knowledge that we sleep with each other's wives and have orgies inside of our school. And they said all types of nasty and disgusting things about the ISUPK. And I was new to the UPK. And from that day to this day, I've never seen a goddamn thing that they said on that corner.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But I have heard firsthand accounts of sisters dying in your school, about some of your high-ending deacons shooting transsexuals in the face that they didn't had sex with.
Right.
About your head, your bishop sending out pictures of another man's rods to all of his deacons. I have heard stories about brothers coming up to your school with their wives, and you tell the brothers, we're at capacity. Your wife can come in, but you can't. You're gonna have to wait about an hour or so, brother. But your wife can come in, but you're gonna have to wait like an hour before we can let you in. First-hand accounts, So while you tell us to link ourselves with and forgive a disgusting organization like those purple pigs, like the LGBTQ IUIC, you need to check the homosexuality in your spirit. You are not a strong warrior, which is what Kazakh Gabar stands for. You are a purple pig in disguise. Right. One of your own members already exposed your little pink ops. You called it a black op. I'm going to call it a pink op. Purple pink op. You know what I mean? Where you come in brothers' comments and you make yourselves look like sisters and get random pictures off the internet to go and flirt with men, to try to tempt the lust inside of brothers. Go ahead.
Can we call him a purple op pig?
Purple op pig. There you go.
Purple op pig.
P.O.P.
holding it down.
Purple
hold it down.
Purple op pride.
P.O.P. hold it down.
P.O.P. hold it down. You know what I mean? Get your big P.O.P. looking there.
P.O.P. hold it down.
Man,
I don't even know what we dealing with you fake ass niggas, man. We got some real niggas up there.
Damn,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? Hey, if you would waste your time putting stuff on our comments, trust me, we can deal with you easy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ISUPK been here since 1969. There's no other Israelite group that can say that. And if it is, I dare you to put them on this latest podcast.
Right.
We can expose you.
As a matter of fact, let's expose Kazakh.
Hold on. If I can.
Well, before we expose you,
Kazakh, I'm gonna show you why I knew that Kazakh was not in the ISUPK.
Mm-hmm.
This brother had none of the spirit of the ISUPK members, man. I'm gonna tell you something. My name is The Vision. The Vision. It was given to me by the man above me because I see things and I study it. When I saw this brother put what he put on the screen, anybody who wants to bump hands with a murderer or in a molester and people who care about things that Christ don't care about, you are not with me. When I saw that, it automatically put me in the forefront. I already won. I beat you. Because I go back to IUIC, man, and tell your leader that he has to pick better men. He has to choose better men, intelligent men than the one he just does. Because you're not intelligent enough to be.
The brother that was an intricate part of their little purple pink op, you know what I mean? What exposed it all. And then what did Nate do? He called him. Now you supposed to be for the upliftment of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You called us a bunch of niggas. They some niggas.
I'm a nigga.
I got that. I got that clip too, sir.
You got that clip? We're gonna play that clip too. So we just a bunch of niggas.
Go ahead. Right. Y'all got way more men than we have. Right? They do. We gonna keep it 100.
They ain't got no men.
1969. They do have.
They ain't got men in there, but go ahead. I got.
But we ain't gonna call them men.
They got numbers. They got people, more numbers.
Let's say people.
Let's say people. Numbers. We just call them numbers.
They got more numbers in that than the ISUPK, and it is so crazy because you still got a black op us.
Right.
Why you black op 100,000 people? You know what I'm saying? We got who we got. Y'all got 100,000. All on wet purple. Y'all walk up and down the Barclays Center. Can't wait till motherfucking Kyrie Irving come out so y'all can get his autograph.
He's got more. Well, let's see what the running dog has. Go ahead. What does he say? Achaka kaka.
So sluggy. So I will help this brother out.
All the read that word he got. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you that we about to show you that how we cast out demons. We're gonna show you how we cast out demons. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Akyum, but sluggy. The correct Hebrew is Akyum. All that you said was well and good, but as ranking men overseeing the flock, if you were over IUIC and the brothers got our order the way.
Our order.
Our order is.
Keep reading this trash.
Yeah,
I let the whole.
I'm confused.
He confused. You ain't done our order away.
Who is our?
Go ahead.
IUIC. He said
he's IUIC.
Our order.
He just
said it.
You see how the Lord confounds us?
I just said we cast out demons.
Cast out demons. Go ahead.
This is the latest. The latest on IUIC too.
This is the latest on IUIC. Yeah, because this is IUIC's. What we say, the POP, the Purple Op Police or whatever they is.
IUC, hold it down.
Purple Op Pride. All right, come on, POP. Let's finish reading POP's statement.
Carter Khan. What is the proper judgment reporting to the belief you want to win with these brothers?
Here's the proper judgment. If you were paying attention and not trying to cause derision and division, Christ said to mark those that cause division, you dummy. IUIC causes division. Kazakh Gabar CG causes division. We're marking you and we're marking your purple masters.
That's right.
We're getting rid of you bastards. It's time. We are too close to the time where Yahushua is going to return. We're too close to World War III popping off. There's already been plagues and earthquake. Famine is finna hit the land, and you all don't even believe in feeding the poor. We're trying to alleviate our people's suffering, and you greedy bastards are trying to take every penny you can out of our people's pockets. Kazak Gabar, CG.
You know, you got to see it.
You got to face ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you came to the right. The Lord sent the Lord sent you to the right place, because here on the latest podcast, oh yeah, Cap Marquardt has given us the authority to run this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Within the parameters of the UPK, and what we do is we see hecklers. We address you hecklers. We read our people's comments. That sister wasn't a Tamika. Tamika is a better warrior than you are. Tamika is stronger than you are. You know what I'm saying? That sister's child got murdered in Chicago, and we sitting here consoling that sister, and we sitting here talking about the things that go on in this world. We're showing how a young brother who was trying to uplift his community in the UK got hacked up by a goddamn machete. And you want to come here with that nonsense? Go ahead. What did he just say, Raj? Go ahead.
If I could,
It said Salakia Akia.
No, he said Akayan.
All of a sudden, I'm experiencing technical difficulties. The video is playing, pausing, playing. We're gonna make a clip of you. Zakabar, take our logo off of your goddamn Facebook page. You're not One West.
That's right.
You're not One West.
Hey, but hey, you know what? You didn't got me riled up. We over the time. You know what I'm saying? Like Salakia, I apologize to Captain Marquardt, Commander General Yohana.
It's like 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock in UK.
And right, and Rob Bond, hey Salakia, my bad. I ain't got you all. You know what I mean? I don't know if you got a slay tomorrow. You know what I mean? Hey, Tawada. Yeah, that is a priest of the Lord right there. Kazak Gabar. That is a mighty man who is actually sacrificing his life to raise up our people, as is every man on this podcast and every man in the ISUPK. Now, what you need to do is stop trying to pretend to be one of us. Come in here, get in all black, and learn what it really is to be one of us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Get off your purple op pride. POP don't work with GOD. You know what I mean? Damn, that sounded Christian as hell, didn't it? A little Christian. We can't make that. We can't. I did Kirk Franklin.
That ain't no T-shirt.
That could be a T-shirt. They got.
How you present it though?
General behind me to be like denied.
Good.
Go ahead.
This is a prime example why we say, well, not we, but this is why the scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war. You understand? Right. He ain't about all that kumbaya garbage, man. That's garbage. You know what I'm saying? According to the Most High, man. When people come up against the priests and prophets of the Lord that He ordained, so-called camps, and furthermore, IUIC is not a camp, an Israelite camp.
Right.
The ISUPK has Israelite camps in Mexico, in the United Kingdom, in California. Right. You understand? In Jamaica, we got Israelite camps. These are Christian organizations, and ain't no such thing as coming up with these organizations. You understand? It's only one truth, and that's the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. You understand?
Right.
And if I say, you know what Nathan is, man. I'm gonna tell you what Nathan is. Since Nate want to go on our fucking podcast. Slack it. I ain't gonna drop no more F-bombs. I don't want to get kicked off.
Man, drop them F-bombs. I'm
gonna tell you
how to did it.
I'm gonna tell you what Nate is. Right. I'm gonna tell you what Nate is for coming on the latest podcast. I'm gonna tell you exactly who he is. He would the Christian church would have been if Peter would have left Christ. If Peter would have left Christ, that's what Nathan would have been. He would have been a purple faggot. He would have went right into the Pharisees, the Sadducees church and said, you know what he was saying was good, man. But let me get a little. I just want a little money. Yeah. I just need a little something, so my family can eat. He didn't want to endure through the pain. One thing that here's the reason why I love being in the truth so much, because Christ did something that no man is never encouraged to do, and that's to die. Everybody is encouraged to live. Right. Everybody is encouraged to do whatever they want to do in life, live your life, do whatever you want to do, but no one is compelled to die.
Right.
And what are we dying for? We dying for 5 people, man. This is what we doing.
Hey, I see Mighty Asha. All right, he got some look.
No.
He can't hold this line back. Go ahead.
No,
You
you too wild.
good? You good?
Yeah.
Hey, Priest and Officer 1000 Mariah Allah said that guy looks LGBTQ as ever.
He already did
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Y'all got black ops, but hey, Mariah, y'all know who you is already. I pray you understand.
I pray you understand. So listen. I'm gonna calm down and take a breath because
you got me amped up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Man,
you got the whole team amped up. Out of one.
Hey, that's what we do. Hey, we address you hecklers. Hey, come on in here and get some of this smoke. You know what I mean? Come and get some of this smoke. We ain't running from your comments. We ain't acting like you didn't say them. It's some clown on Clubhouse. He jumped out the room before I could address his comments. You know what I mean? We not running over here. Ain't no cowards over here.
Here's the thing. He thought we wasn't going to address it.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna be able to say whatever the fuck he wanted to say, and everybody would be able to see it, and we was gonna just look stupid. Nigga, we gonna defend the truth.
You goddamn right. To my last breath. To our last breath, to the day of our death, we are going to defend this truth and spread it across the goddamn world.
Yeah, Con, sir.
We got a line. Hey, he gonna take us to council after this. Let
me tell you, hey, Kazak Gabar, with your technical difficulties, everybody else in the world can hear us loud and clear, but you having problems. Hey, I know what those problems are.
Right.
But this verse right here is telling you how the Lord said that we should deal with IUIC.
Damn right. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you.
Go ahead.
By any means.
By what?
By any means.
He said, let no man deceive you. We're not going to let Nate. We're not going to let any Kazak Gabar. We're not going to let any, what's this fool saying?
Let the righteous make me shield be kindness.
Kindness.
I think we should
Hey, yo, you know what? I don't have time for your kumbaya hug. I'm glad you put up on the screen. I don't have time for your kumbaya hug everybody. Be a weak, effeminate man ass comments. You know what I mean? Right. We're going to tell you what the Lord, what the Most High, who is a man of war, said. Do you realize that David had to go to that? Do you realize there was a civil war inside of our own kingdom? That brothers tried to rebel, and do you know how much blood was on our king's hand back then? While you sit there trying to talk about we should have a unity camp. You know what happened at that unity camp? One of the brothers stole on another brother, and then that brother called the goddamn police on him. IUIC ran up on no, that was no, it wasn't Guerrilla Hebrew. IUIC ran up on the elder from what was that FOPE. You know what I mean? The brother like 60, 70 years old, and they marched up on that brother real heavy and real strong and intimidated and scared that man. They bullied him. You want us to bow down and kiss some bully organization's ass. I'm sorry, Rob Vaughn, you got something?
Hey, Salaki, I was gonna say, hey, this is just a gay baby all grown up, you know. He really having a fun. He was just raised that way. Salaki, you know. I'm just sorry it was raised.
Hey, no, that was right on point. Hey, gay baby. I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was a lot to say, sir.
Okay, Con, that is little gay baby.
And if I could too as well, man. That like what gave him the audacity to think he was gonna come on the latest podcast and try to show us out, nigga? You obviously you don't know. We from Chicago,
right?
And we are the killers of Chicago. When you talking about being in this truth, we don't care about nothing else but this. We die for it.
Damn right.
We live for it and we die for it. Man. You should have picked a whole nother Israelite group to fuck with, man. This is not the one.
Hey,
this is what he say? If you don't, this is Death Row.
Yeah,
this is Death Row.
Death Row right here.
I'm telling you.
Hey, look. You should have did your research before you came on here. Hey, go back to your leader and let them know everybody ain't to be trifled with up in here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the podcast for you to come on with that nonsense that you done did just now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We was about to end the show on a nice note. You know what I mean? But you know what? This is a nice note because we do get to slay our enemies. We are doing what the Lord wants us to do. You talking about, yeah, we are leaders. We are higher ranking men and we are leaders up in here. And we're going to lead our people correctly. We're going to follow the spirit that the Most High put on us. Okay? And this scripture, if you could read this scripture, you're talking about unifying and da. Y'all are leaders and high-ranking men and sheep and whatever the hell weak ass shit you just said. But I'm gonna let this brother read the words of the Most High.
Yeah, right.
Read.
Like, if I may, it's one of the heaviest scriptures. That's period. So I just want to put that out.
Go ahead.
First, 2 Thessalonians 2. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means.
So we're not going to let you, IUIC, Sakari, or any other fake Israelite group in the world come out here and try to deceive us. Read.
For that day should not come.
For the day of the Most High, the day where we are taken up out of this hell of an oppression and captivity and slavery we're in. Before that day comes, read.
Except there come and fall away first.
There has to be a falling away first. That falling away is us marking the fake Israelites and getting rid of them. That falling away is us falling away from the Christian church, falling away from the Muslim mosque, falling away from Buddhism and Hinduism and Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, all the isms and schisms that there are in this world, including fake Israelitism.
That's right.
That's right.
That's the falling away.
Salaki,
you know what I'm saying?
Salaki, if I may, and all those groups that you just explained and falling away from, they all try to use our Bible to resonate themselves. And that's why it says falling away, because the only thing that brings us together is the Bible.
That's right.
But the thing that makes us fall away is us actually following the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? So that's why it says you have to fall away, because everybody else has the same rules, the same things that you're supposed to do. But we have to be the ones who actually follow it, while everybody else says they follow it and they don't.
Damn right. And here's the thing that you done ran into. You done ran into a group of men that actually live the truth. We don't say, hey, we know we're in the truth. We're Israelite brothers.
Oh, we read the Bible.
We read the Bible, brothers.
Up and down.
Up and down. Yeah,
follow the commandments.
Damn, say that again, Roz.
Follow the commandments.
The damn right. You know what I'm saying? The men that you see right here, and we're live in Gary, Indiana. And then that brother you see right there on the screen is live in the UK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we sit back and we live this every single day. We have sacrificed everything in our lives to make the scriptures come true. I almost did. I keep the F-bombs to a minimum. You know what I mean? We actually live this out. We actually have sacrificed to be this. And whatever comments you steadily putting up, you're trying to backpedal and repedal and go sideways in this way to give your Christian understanding of what you think a man of the Lord is supposed to be. A man of the Lord is supposed to be a priest, a prophet, and a warrior. We are supposed to uplift our people and be prepared for war to destroy our enemies utterly and mercilessly.
Right.
You are not that. The hell up out of my chat. Get up out my comments with that soft ass shit. Salah. Any more on that scripture?
Come. Except they come and falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
And what?
Be revealed.
Nate is being revealed.
Be revealed.
Nate is being revealed. IUIC.
Revealed.
Sakari.
Revealed.
Other groups that we cannot mention.
Be revealed.
Everyone that is not the ISUPK
is being revealed.
Kazakh Gabar
is revealed.
Speaking of revealed, let's expose this fraud.
I dare you come on a post of the ISUPK or any brother out of the school and think that you can just get away with the tyranny that you think you putting on the school and on the brothers. I dare you.
You weak lion. LGBTQ, IUIC.
Oh, where this guy go? There you go.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Hey, you know when a black motherfucker coming to work and you a little bit late, and they was like,
is that IUIC?
And there he is.
There you go.
General Muhammad prophesied it.
Black from UPK class for like cover.
Right. Go ahead. No, please do.
We told y'all that the IUIC, these men have hundreds of thousands of men in their group. They are with our little couple who we got. You know what I'm saying? We are greater with subtraction. They are greater with numbers. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? They're greater with numbers. We're greater with subtraction. The Lord is with the ISUBK, and it's not with the IUIC.
And let me tell you one other thing. That you can't shoot anything past us, man. We too hardcore. You know why we knew that he wasn't the ISUBK nigga? Because he wanted to be so soft. Like, we're too hard to be soft. Like, the Father is a man of war. Our Father is a man of war. That's what our Father is. You know why I knew he wasn't a part of us? Because all he said was, well, we should just be friends.
You know what he said? Rodney, no, not wrong King. Rodney King. Can we all just get along?
But
no.
Here's the part of it, though. Christ had a cousin who was supposed to be following the truth, right? He didn't mess with him either.
Nope.
Like, that's how hard Christ was. Christ was so hard that he didn't even fuck with his own family.
Come on, man.
Like, you think we about to be? You think we finna be soft to you?
Hey, here's the thing. Purple Lot Pride, POP. You've been exposed.
We exposed the IUIC. Give us our shit. If I may just one second, this is why we tell you that our 50s are better than anybody in the whole and any other Israelite. Damn right. Our 50s are better than anybody.
Our 50s are better than Nathaniel.
He's the one that came. He the one fished it out while we in here teaching. This brother is heavy, hardcore, and this is why the ISUBK is the only place you should. It's one body, and it's the only place you should ever.
Hey, Salaki, if you make a clip of this, I want to coin something for the ladies. Okay?
You got it. You deserve it.
Kazak Gabar, exposed and disposed. Get out of here. And when I put the stamp up, put exposed and disposed on his profile that you just pulled up. Bank and stamp that joint right there. Hey, you have been exposed and disposed.
Damn right.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. Get up out of here. Never approach another UPK podcast, radio show, Facebook post, Instagram, of nothing. You got to get a new identity out. You got to get a new POP identity to serve your gay master. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell up out of here, you LGBTQIUIC flunky. Get up out of here. Hey, we way over the time. See, hey, Salaki, it's 9 o'clock in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank our very special guest. This mighty man held it down with us. You know what I'm saying? Rock with us and double OT. You know what I'm saying? It's double overtime. We usually go like a half hour over the time. It's double overtime right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's double overtime. You know what I'm saying? This brother came through, you know what I'm saying, laid it down, showed us that our people are the same and going through the same worldwide. Proved the scriptures correct. Prove the ISUPK correct. Prove Commander General Yohana correct. You know what I'm saying? Priest and officer of 500, Rabban out in the UK. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And if I may, man, this brother has been diligently, you know, we talk a lot. So of course it's always a good time to have a brother on the cast with me. But now this brother just saw what demons we have to fight. Like they don't want it to go overseas. They don't want me and you to be together. They don't want us to have the love that brothers supposed to have. And how do they do it? They put what's his name, Kabar, whatever the fuck his name was. They put the fake Israelite in the group so he can deter us from talking to the people that we supposed to be talking to. You understand? Right. Keep what you got, because you're doing an excellent job. I love you. You already know I talk to you all the time. keep it going.
Damn right. Hey, go ahead.
That's on you.
If I could, before we get to doing it, you know what I mean? Hey, Rob Bond, you got any closing statements for the people? You know what I mean?
Hey, man. If anyone's watching from the UK, if you're not in the school, we have a school in Birmingham, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. You come to the school, contact the school, and we'll fix all the issues that are going on in East London, Birmingham, Gunchester. We fix all that, man. You contact the school, we'll get it cracking. Man.
Damn right. That's right. Hey, go ahead, Rumble One.
Hey, all I want to say is, man, it's so heavy. Like we continue to have these latest podcast episodes, and I continue to see, you know, how big the brotherhood is in these episodes. You know what I'm saying? This shit started from a pedal,
right?
And we pedal rock and made it a motherfucking metal. Damn it! Like
right.
Now we are doing things in this the latest podcast that people never thought that Awesome Mayab would ever be able to do. They was looking down on it, was like, yeah, okay, we'll get to him. Or we'll let him, but the brother, he overly, you know what I'm saying, stayed his welcome. And the brother, I just want to give a big up to this brother. Yeah, because this brother is a hell of, not only is he a hell of a brother, but a hell of an Ottawa, a hell of a big brother to me. You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I'm saying? I call him for anything. He always gonna give me the answer. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, he listens. You know what I'm saying? If he wrong, he'll let you know he wrong too. He ain't like never gonna say I'm a tyrant. He's not a tyrant. He gonna tell you I'm wrong when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look up to this brother to this day. You know what I'm saying?
I know we was at that part of the show. If I thought it went to me first, and we go to that part of the show.
Y'all just completely humbled that fighter spirit up out of me now.
If I may, since we had that, and then we skipping over you because you already said what you had to say. No, I don't need no. You know me. I don't need no. No, but this brother. I'll tell you how this show, the latest podcast started. We came from Kentucky. We came from dealing with Kentucky, and we was on our way riding home. It was like, man, we just gonna do 30 minutes. And Cap, and we got it from Cap. Cap was like, yeah, y'all good to go. Woo. And he was like, we gonna do 30 minutes. We came in here. We ended up being here for what, like 2 hours?
2.5 hours.
Came in here for 2 hours. And this is what the latest podcast as it became. Brothers bonding with each other and loving each other and caring about each other so much that I would waste my Sunday to be here. It's not a waste to me because I would rather be with these brothers. This man has taught me so much. You know, he'll tell you, me and him used to clash. And of course, I had to learn how to be humble, and he's the man above me. But what the brother did to me is he showed me how to be a leader and how to be a righteous leader and how to do it the right way. I didn't know any better. So me as a child, he showed me how to do what I had to do. And I continually appreciate what you have done. And you know, by you doing that, I continue to raise other brothers up just like you raised me.
Hey, most times, hey, for the record, these niggas trying to get me the crown camera. You know what I mean?
Captain LeBron. Captain LeBron the crown when you
Hey, look. Hey, Tawada, look, I ain't shit. You know what I mean? I ain't nothing without my men. You know what I mean? Everything, the success of the ladies is because of these brothers you see around me. Simple as that. And we are only going to keep growing and keep going and keep fighting and keep exposing these frauds out here and push this truth, man. You know what I mean? They completely calm me down. Hey, Kazak, put another comment in. But no, on the real side of things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be here till midnight. But anyway, once again,
I ain't lying.
I know. Hey, I'd like to thank Priest and Officer 500 Rob Bond for joining us from the UK. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know it's getting late out there. You know what I'm saying? This is once again, this has been the latest podcast broadcast live from Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? What we do is bring you the latest news that's affecting your area, your lives, your community, if you are Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Once again, I'm your man with the 100 hands, Precinct Officer 1000 Mayad, joined by my co-host, my mighty co-host, Precinct Officer 1000 Kazai Wan. You know what I mean? Precinct Officer 1000 Aramawan. You know what I'm saying? Precinct Officer 500 Ashair. You know what I mean? Precinct Officer on the ones and twos. Hey, the great engineer himself. Oh, yeah, Salagia. Precinct Officer 500. Look, Aramawan checking me. I didn't see the checking. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Precinct Officer 500 Rob Bond from the UK. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Look, I just heard in my mind, ranking order, Nicky, ranking order. You know what I mean? It's a lot here. You know what I mean? And then the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest engineers, one of the greatest men to do it on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying? Precinct Officer 50. Ooh, wait, that might have been Friday. Precinct Officer 50, Raj Karab, you know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you for joining us, Israel. Thank you for sticking with us, even though we went so far over the time. This has been the latest podcast. We appreciate your support. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, and also tune into the Round Table of Truth every Friday. You know what I mean? At 8 p.m. live from the Chicago School. That's our time, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.
It's gonna come a point in time when America is gonna enter this war.
Deion Sanders elected himself to be now he's the house nigga.
I mean, you're talking about 5-star, 4-star, 3-stars going to those HBCUs too.
Brittany Griner is free. The WNBA star, who has been detained in Russia since February, has been released in a prisoner swap.
Brittany Griner just got traded for a man his nickname is the Lord of War and the Merchant of Death. The latest podcast.